All right. Let's see if we can get a signal from the back cave. And I think we're live. All right, we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Reality Skewed Gamers lunch stream, the stream where we hang out with you wonderful and amazing folks and do stuff, discuss, and have fun in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your man with the plan, Ranger J 1999, coming at you as I do every day at this time. Monday through Friday, we do the lunch stream, and today we celebrate TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. You guys have been working hard all week and doing what you need to do, and I'm just here to make your days go a little bit quicker with something fun to listen to and make a complete fool of myself, but I don't care. And have fun. It's what we do here, whether it's morning, noon, or night, whether you're just getting your day started, getting some coffee, or maybe you're on your lunch stream, or maybe you're on your way home. You finally got to the Friday, and especially here in the U.S., we got a long weekend coming up, and happy early 4th of July. We're going to start celebrating happy 4th of July weekend tonight on Happy Hour. Thing's going to join me. Clayton should be joining me. We're going to sit back. I'm going to get some hot dogs, and we'll eat some hot dogs and drink and be merry, do some GAC. So we'll do that and have fun. So, anything else? I was trying to think off the top of my head. No, I think that's it. There's not much going on in the game right now. Today is kind of a chill day. So we got to do mod depression, of course. I just noticed the event, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got mod sitting there. So got to do some mod depression. So we'll do some mod depression, and then just kind of chill for a little bit. Anything else? I think that's it. No conquest. TB is TB. I mean, I have some battles to do, but I really don't need to do them. Once my guild starts deploying, we'll be at 24 stars. So I did a few little battles just to contribute, stuff like that. So anything else? No, I think that's just what we're going to do. So if you're new to the stream, welcome. I asked that you do a couple things. One, have fun. Two, interact. Give your greetings. Say hi to me. Say hi to all the other skewers. You know, I like to shout out everybody and say thank you for being here. You could be watching anything else, but you're watching this, and I very much appreciate it. And then if you have any questions, put those in the chat. Make sure you put the word question for your actual question statement. It does, and that way I can get your question or comment and read it and get you squared away. And then last but not least, hit the thumbs up just to support the video, and then subscribe if you like the channel and you want to support the channel and the content that we're putting out. Pretty simple. Simple, elegant, for more simple time. All right. What are we doing? We are going to do the Ayla secure. I think Clayton wanted to do that tonight. He wants me to roll another Datacron for Ayla. I'm like, cool, that's fine. It's cool. It's cool. So, you know, it is what it is. Anything else? No, I think that's it. I'm just trying to think. Nope, we're good. Did GIC tonight and everything like that. So just get your greetings in. Let's start with some mod depression, shall we? Yeah, it's that time. Let's not put this off, folks. Let's really get in there and get nasty. I've got a lot of mods to roll. And, oh, I can roll this one? Oh, I can roll a purple one. Well, hold the phone, everybody. We need to go, we need to filter this out. I didn't know I could roll a purpley one. Hold on, we can do a big mod. Let's do this. Let's do, no, we need this. Bees, I think, shows all the purples. Sort by speed. Let's see if we can get us one that needs speed. Speed! That's a 5. 5. That's a 3. That's a 4. That's a 5. So these are all 5s that have hit. Oh no, you got one, buddy. Ooh, do I want to do the one on Quill or one on Thrawn? Quill would be nice. Not gonna lie, folks, that would be nice. I think these are all, yeah, 5, 5, 5. Yeah. So, I'm gonna go for the one on Quill, because we always gonna come back to one on Thrawn. I had no idea. I had no idea that we were up to that point. Okay, let's do this. Big money, big cash prizes. Huzzah! Ha ha! Suck it, CG Illuminati. Good. Good. Yes. All right, so I just want to take a look at Quill's speed now, because that was nice. I mean, 4 extra speed is, no slouch. Let me see here. Where are you, Quill? Come here, Mr. Piggy. Piggy. There you are. What is your speed now? You are at 343. Nice. Oh, that's super nice. That's a fine roll there we had there, eh? Okay. Back into just rolling normal mods now. So, that was a shot in the dark, and, well, we went for it. Alright, so we want only assigned and this, and then, yeah. Because we have health mods to roll. I think we just have purples and blues and stuff like that. I don't think we have any gold ones, so let me see. Yeah, there's some still I got to pull out of the inbox and stuff. Let's see here. Yep, we got some purples. All right, this one has cross with potency. Does have health. All right, let's see if we can get some speed and health hit on this. Oh, God, the dreaded twos. No, sir. Oh, this is defense. I don't even want this to hit speed. Thank God. And then this one's, it's offense, but there's no health on it. It did hit health, but Again, I don't have room for, unless it's big hits now, because I just don't have the inventory space. I got so many mods that are just sitting there that I would really like to do something with. I just don't have the materials. All right, that's a miss. All right, we'll do some more here. Getting my ass kicked. That's nice. All right, that hits speed. It's not bad. Protection. Ooh. All right, let's give this one a slice. All right, didn't do anything, but it's still double digits, so we can keep that one. That one we'll keep. There's a possibility. It gets on a double digit. We want to caress it, love it, make it our own. All right, next one, health. Love to get health and speed on here. Well, we got one of them, but we didn't get the other, so sorry. Bye-bye. Not but bye-bye. Speed. All right, let's see. No, it didn't hit speed again. Do I want to? I got plenty of materials. It didn't hit, so we can sell it. All right, so all these can be selected, sold, get the fudge out. Let's see here. We be getting more mods. Claim them all. All right, back in we go. Gotta roll them up. All right. All right, we need filter again. Health, go down. I think we had a gold one. Let me go look at it. If it doesn't even have speed on it. Nope, bye-bye. So we just have one blue that does have speed on it, and then a couple greens. All right, down we go. Down. Know that we've always been down. All right, we'll give this one a roll, see if it hits some speed. It didn't. Bye-bye. No. All right. You did hit speed. You did hit speed again. I'm going to roll you, but I don't think I'm going to hit speed again. Yeah, bye-bye. That's a dirty Swevin. That's an automatic if it doesn't hit in the blue. That's an automatic, you get the hell out of here mod. All right, that didn't hit, and then we have this square. I don't need to roll you to 11. All right, we did hit speed. See if we can get something here. Slice it up. See if it gets speed. It didn't. Bye-bye. Sorry, I just don't have the time nor the patience. I just don't have the space, and really didn't hit anything good, so bleh. We also have the challenge today. I do have Grand Inquisitor, but do we think that it's really going to make a difference against Phoenix? I don't think so. I mean, we'll try here, but we'll give it a shot here. Give it a shot. I just, yeah, boy. All right. Complete the battle, gain stealth. Complete the battle without losing a unit. Complete the battle, and the full team of Inquisitores. Well, we'll give it this a try, but let's try Grand Inquisitor. See how it goes. We may have to go without Grand Inquisitor because he's only gear 8. Only gear 8. So yeah, not good. But we'll try. Let's see how bad we get destroyed here. Oh, I can do without the Grand Inquisitor? Okay, well, that's good to know. I definitely want to go after Ezra here because, yeah, I hate you. Yeah, you stay there. All right, back to Hera because she's the wink link. We got to get her out of there. So far, this is not working well. Okay. Okay, got the 6 stacks. Okay, let's do that. Ability block. Okay. Why not? Okay. Get her. Okay. All right. So this is actually going surprisingly well. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. I can't believe how well this is going. When's the other shoe going to drop? Well, we can put that on Chopa. Yeah. Okay, you. Okay. Wow. Wow. I'll be damned. Wow. Okay. Well, spank my ass and call me monkey. Ugh. Alright, so we completed the battle. Complete the battle full Inquisitors without losing a unit. We didn't get the stealth one. Alright. What do I want to run here? I have to gain stealth 10 times, do we? What team do we want to run here? I don't know. There's a few options. Not Inquisitors. Aura Hunters. What? You mean Aura Bounty Hunters? No. No. Who else gives? I mean, CLS, R2, C3PO. They stealth, right? I'm trying to think who else. Bad Batch. That's what we want to do. That's the ticket right there, baby. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. I was thinking of a team that does stealth and they do it constantly. So yeah, let's just run the train. Run the pain train here on them. Yep. Yep. Just keep it going. Okay. Put this back to you. Back to you. Secret Nav attack. Lots of stealthing. Okay. There we go. That should be more enough. There we go. Bad Batch. That's the ticket, baby. These other suggestions in the chat are really good too. So if you're looking to do this one, yeah, I'm shocked at how well that the Inquisitors did there. I'm a little speechless. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, let's say hi to everybody. Let's give the greeting now that we've done all that silliness. We start off with Dom, who always comes in very simply, elegantly with his hi. Hello, Dom. Evan Buckler says, morning Ranger and Skewers, TGIF, TGIF to you, Evan. Glad to have you here, buddy. Wolfman says, TGIF, Ranger and Skewers, TGIF, Wolfman. The Wolfman. Glad to have you here, buddy. Federico, buongiorno, buongiorno, my friend. He says, good morning to you there, Federico. Bobby Samuel Bolter, god dang it, my son Bobby's right there in the chat talking smack. Says, what up, Ranger? What's going on, Bobby? Glad to have you here. Rodin Zai says TGIMF and F, Ranger and Skewers. Well, you can decipher what that's really saying, but we'll leave it at that. TGIF to you, my friend. Roy Edwards, what's going on? Holmes says, hola, Ranger and Skewers. Hola, I say, what's up? What's up with you, Holmes? Andrew Zani says, hello there, Ranger. Hey, buddy, what's going on? And hello there. Neo Venom says, down. Down. I can't spell today. Got later. What? What? Neo Venom? Neo Venom? Are you seizing? Are you having a seizure right now? What's going on with you? Glad to have you here, but I'm worried about your physical state at the moment. Phil Reagan says, hello, Ranger and Skewers. Happy Independence Day weekend for America and Canadian Day weekend for Canadians. Oh, it's Canadian Day weekend, eh? Drink a lot of that good maple syrup and eat a lot of that good bourbon whiskey. Yeah, there you go. Nathaniel Morgan says this was an easy one. Yeah, it was. You were right, Nathaniel Morgan. Glad to have you here, buddy. Bobby Samuel says, statement, Inquisitors challenge blow. Yeah, they kind of do. Not a fan, yeah, but they are what they are. Andrew Zani's listening to Team you can use. There you go. Nathan H with the Dilly Dilly Skewer Nation. Dilly Dilly Nathan H and Dilly Dilly to the Skewers. Nathaniel Morgan says you'll kill him eventually. Wet Noodle Control Team. Yeah, that's what it is. Buzz Salty goes, the hello from Mrs. Doubtfire. Very nice. Bobby says the Inquisitor faction is the real life equivalent to death by 1,000 paper cuts. He's not wrong. Says they're more damaged than Momo, except Kyle Katarn, less damage than Ewoks. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Bone, there he is. Says good afternoon, Skewers. How do you feel, Mr. Bone? Glad to have you here, buddy. Bustle says it was a clear case of drive-by inquisiting. It's not wrong. Let's see. More teams listed out you guys can use. There you go. Bobby says, I'd take a bag of hot Cheetos over the Inquisitors. I would, too. I love hot Cheetos. They're delicious. But then again, I'm a fiend for hot food. You guys know this. Mr. Mike Hull says, I went with Darth Maul Sith. That's a good choice as well. And glad to have you here, Mr. Mike Hull. It's not just the Hull, folks. It's Mike's Hull. Respect it. Bobby says, wild how a team of marquees do more work. I think Bad Batch is pretty good. We are going to be taking Omega to Relic. It's time. Once we do next month, once we knock out Malgus, Omega's got to go up because she's so bloody good on that team. Jay and the Argonauts are stopping in and saying hello to everybody and giving the waves to everybody. Very nice. Says hello all. Hey Jay, what's going on? My boy White L 73's joined us. Says happy Friday and happy Canadian Day, eh? Sure is there, the White L 73. It's a good Canadian day for all the Vulcans up there in Canada there, eh? Andrew Zani says, today has been so slow, Ranger. What do you mean, Andrew Zani? Why has it been so slow? What's going on, buddy? Do we need to go to your feelings guard and talk about it? We can do that. There's really not much else going on. We'll have GSC. Our first round of GSC was just a mitigated disaster. The Datacron wasn't on the right team to start off with, and then I had a misclick on the Fennec Vader team, which I cannot do, especially with Datacrons. I should have won that fight. I didn't. Rey, we just had bad luck. I just could not land shock on Rey. She didn't have any tenacity or anything. I just couldn't land shock, and we had to two-shot her ass. And then, of course, the JML crash. That really hurt us. Well, hurt me doing JC. Man. And we lost. The guy cleared ships. I knew he could. And he had just less mistakes. I can't do that against these big accounts. I can't have game crashes against these big accounts. That really hoses not having JML go against Dash and then having to use Jedi Knight Revan there when we could use Jedi Knight Revan against one of those other teams in the South that would have, made a big difference. Andrew Johnny says, I'm almost done with work, though. I started 7 hours ago. Well, see, then your day's almost... Good. Good, Andrew Johnny. Your hate has made you powerful. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Do what must be done. Oh, there's our Mr. Porn guy. Let's just put him in a timeout. Secret knife attack. And then hide user. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Sorry, buddy. You got to go. What else? Moore says Arnold GC yesterday is a problem with shitacrons. Yeah, they did. Oh boy, yeah, not wrong. Datacrons. I talked about this at length with Nev yesterday. It's just too much, man. Way too much. Way too much to farm. Way too much to deal with. And it's completely neutered people's, stuff. And it's just going to get worse before it gets better, guys. We just got to suck it up, figure out what we can figure out. I'm going to test everything. Really? You came back already, Mr. Porn Guy? Well, Jesus. That was quick. I put your other account. I locked your other account out. You didn't even, it didn't take but a minute. Wow. Get Scott again. The event in question, first message didn't go through. Crazy account update. 7 darts down, 3 to go. Working on getting both Revens and Malik. Malgus we'll get at a later date. You want me to show it off Neo Venom? I guess I can. I guess I can do it. There we go. All right, let's go look at all the darts. How would I find all the darts? I can't really. I guess Sith. Yeah, Sith. They're all Darthy. There it is. All the darts are getting relicked. Okay, yeah, we got Vader, Traya, Nihilus, Scion, Talon, Maul, and Darth Schridius. There you go. I think that's all the darts. 3 more to go, right? Because we have a few other ones, Malik and stuff like that, right? So yeah. It's coming along. There you go, Mr. Neo Venom. I showed it off. So I showed your Darthy teams. There you go. And that's what Neo Venom does. He focuses on one kind of name. It's like all Lukes, all Hans, all Chewies, the Darths. And there you go. It's just tradition. Gaff P, there he is. He's got ways and greetings for everybody. And on top of that, he's giving everybody a pickle. I was like, everybody can put a pickle in your hand. It's a delicious, big, fat, round pickle. And then, of course, we all will get together, put on our wizard hat and robes, and make the offering of donuts and buttermilk fluffy pancakes to the goddess Alchi Dumpling, so that she one day may come back and grace us with her awesome presence. Adrian's already question, where do I use Royal Guard without Lord Failure? C team. Pretty good. It's pretty good with C. I like him. If you don't have Lord Schmader, then you can go with C, Darth Vader, Thrawn, Royal Guard is just a great tank for that team. So use them there for now. You'll be fine. You'll be fine, Andrew Zani. That's what I would do. What would you do for a Klondike bar? All right, let me just check everything here. Yeah, I did all this already. I'm not too worried about those. I got to get more of these for Omega. And then we need 50 more Carbon. I'll have all the Carbontes before Malgus. I got everything I need gear-wise from Malgus, so we just need to take them up. So there you go. Yeah, I think I checked the store here already. Mod depression is it's a thing we deal with. And then, did I get any of those? We'll get the capacitors. We need those. Shark Shop, yeah, I want those. Definitely want those. Those are good. Pure. Conquest store, don't need anything, and then Datacron store, which I'll say for tonight. We'll do the Datacron stuff tonight when we roll up A-list, so no need to go ahead and get that stuff now. We'll do that tonight. So there you go. Hello, Ghost Strike, fellow midichlorian MC3 member and longtime skewer. Says, hey everyone, hey buddy, what's going on? We're just chilling. I'm just chilling with you guys for a little bit. Probably go an hour and a half, because we are going to do the stream tonight. So but we'll hang out, chill, you know what I'm saying? He's popping me on my phone. I don't know. Oh, it's spammer. I was like, what the hell? Okay, well, that's good to know. All right. Hey, Solo Straight, join us. It says, hello there. Hello there. Angel Johnny says, am I a bad person for picking necromancy as my wizard subclass? No, man. A lot of times, I mean, just go have fun with it, dude. I mean, necromancy is actually a really good spell. I like necromancy. Some of the I think the most interesting villains in D&D, especially Faerun, are necromancers. I mean, Vecna was a necromancer. One of the most interesting characters, gods. His protege, and I can't remember who he is, but he was on the cover of D&D on the main book here. I mean, it's always fun, man. You have fun with what I mean, I've made shadow monks and all kinds of crazy stuff just because I want to see how it would play. Orlando, the Big O, says, well, hold on, Big O. Before I do that, we got Mr. Porn Guy back. Go get a sandwich, bud. Come on, man. Come on, Mr. Porn Guy. Get a sandwich. Get a sandwich. You want a sandwich. You want to buy a sandwich. Orlando Big O, now I give you a greeting properly. Says, hi, Ranger. I have the level 9 Datacron from JFK, the one that ignores protection. Then you have done well, my friend. You have done very well. Congrats. That is the best one for... I agree. It is the best Datacron from JFK. Ray Rock says, good morning, Ranger and Pickle Flashers. Ranger, you asked me to remind you on Kenobi showing. I said that tomorrow, you fool. You're supposed to remind me tomorrow, you fool. Keep reminding me, my man. I'm going to try to do it. I know it's the holiday weekend, but I will get it in there. Bob says, scammers got me through the lockdown. They called me enough to keep me going. Hey, yeah, you get it. You can have fun with them. I've done that before where I'm just like, you've contacted the CIA. How can I help you? Click. Nathaniel Morgan question, should CG add a gear list for locked characters? Checking GG is annoying, and you might use some gear, and game shows what you have and need real time. No, I agree. That would be kind of cool. I like that idea, Nathaniel Morgan. It'd be kind of nice. I mean, it's just a click and to go to GG. It's not like we're working out on it, but yeah, it would be nice. There's a lot of quality of life that they need to address in this game still. I mean, ship loadouts and other things like that. Yeah. Andrew Zoni says, I'm a level 5 Artificer Armorer, level 2 Wizard Necromancer. Can't wait for Animate Dead. Take a cold shower. Yeah. No, just eat a sandwich. You just want him to get a sandwich. Yeah, that's fine. If you're going Artificer, the Necromancer, that's fine. I do like to dual class at certain points. Like McCarvin was one of my most famous monks. He's ridiculous now, but he's a level 17 shadow monk, level 3 battle master warrior. Yeah, he brings the pain, man, and with shadow stuff. So I mean, you can have fun with it, dude. Who was the other one? I had one that followed Elisai, Lost Daughter. He was a paladin of her, and that was Chacos. He was pretty cool to play. Wolfman says the level 9 Datacrons for GL is just stupid dumb if the right one. They are. I mean, you guys saw the results. I did in GC, and I had 15 holds. I mean, I went 3-0 last week. I mean, the Datacron for Rays is out of control. It really is. I mean, they should not, if they're going to keep Datacrons, which they are, significantly reduce the stats on them, especially if they're going to be temporary. I mean, the one that I have for JMK, it has 568% health still. That's outrageous. You know, I mean, the meta team with that kind of what? Oh my God, horrible. Ranger, which event do you think was harder, the Jedi Knight Luke unlock or Gas? Gas by far, leaps and bounds. Jedi Knight Luke was cake. I had no problem with the Jedi Knight Luke one. I did it like quick, super quick. Gas was, and it's still to this day one of the hardest unlocks to get. Tom Low Dry, the man with the best fro in the business, says, yo, Ranger, and hello, Skewers. Hey, what's going on, buddy? OG Gas unlock is even worse. Yeah. Yeah, Tumble's right. The answer is always Gas. Yeah, you watch that with Arnold. Yeah, I mean, that's standard, dude. I mean, it's just going to get worse. I mean, your counters, you only have what you have. You know, and the Datacrons on there, I mean, you don't know. So with Datacrons, this one has a level 9. You'll know where it's going. It's going to tell you, so you're not going to be shocked by it. But the problem with Datacrons is the other ones that are like level 6 or level 8 that don't have a specific use that they can put on something that's really going to screw things up, especially with those secondary abilities. My God, it's horrible. Yeah. I mean, Arnold, I mean, he literally said, okay, I'm done. I just looked at him like, yeah, man, I feel you, brother. I mean, I feel bad for Arnold because it's not like Arnold, just like all the, like, you can go down the line. They're all exceptional GSC players, but you know, you don't want to, you do all that time and spend all those resources on these characters to get them to where they need to be so you can use them. And they're not a guarantee. C is not a guarantee. Normal C, normal Ray is not a guarantee. It's just not. And I've seen it happen many times. But now you add datacrons and you basically neuter people's stuff that they worked on. They're not going to be happy about it. Especially when they don't even have a datacron available to make that team. It's just a silly thing that I just... Oh, we got another spammer. It's Finn. Hold on. Another spammer. Okay, there we go. I put him on timeout, everybody. There we go. All right, I got rid of the other spammer. Finn was trying to spam Tinder stuff. Don't worry, everybody. He got scald. I scalded him, so we put him on a timeout. Took care of that real quick. Whew. We got two porn Tinder stuff. We got Finn, and now we have the other guy. Yeah, we had to scald this guy Finn. He was trying to spam like the other guy. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, nope, can't have that. Nope. I'm not going to put up from any of the porn. Finn's, I think Princeton's changed Finn. What else in the 3? So hopefully unequipping and re-equipping them during defense that will lock in the correct datacrons for GC. I hope so, man. I just redid it, man, because you saw me and What Else in the 3 both got the bug where our defense, and I hope it does, because that was a horrible bug that kind of cost us yesterday, too. I did not have the JMK datacron. I threw and redid it, and so hopefully it's boy. I'll have to keep my eye out on that. Bustle says, just want me to delete anything from Finn. Yeah, if he's spamming his porn stuff, you know, Tinder, yeah, please do, Bus. I'll feel free. Nathaniel Morgan says, health modded Ray with health steal is just stupid regardless of the actual ability. Yeah, and my Ray that I was facing yesterday too, what wasn't helping is I couldn't land the shock on her, and that really, she had that, and I just, yeah. Wolfman says, feel like higher ground are going to be annoyed after farming spending for specific counters. Now with Datacron, it's out the window. Yeah, welcome to Datacrons, man. Andrew Zani says, all Datacrons have done is encourage rush farming. Just build every team in the game over each 3-month cycle. Yeah, pretty much. Bobby, Datacrons is just lazy for CG. It takes kills and turns it back to money. I mean, listen, you know me. I'm all about CG making money. This ain't the way to do it because it's just pissing off the community, and they don't want to spend on this. They really don't. They're not engaged or enthused by Datacrons. There's a few, but I mean, I don't know how long that's going to last, that enthusiasm, because holy God, they are horrible. They're really horrible. And the game crashed. Of course it did. What else in the 3D? Like, I didn't affect me too badly. I still win, but that's kind of annoying if it really matters. Yep. Oh, there's see, they're working. I think Finn and the porn bot are working in tandem. One goes to get a sandwich, the other one jumps in. Finn's trying to push Tinder. This one's trying to put this on Tinder. So let's just delete them. Super Mace Windu, what's going on, buddy? Says I just rolled another health steal roll on my health steal Datacron. Now it's at 606. 600%. No, that's great. Mine's only 568, but I think once you get past that, it gets a little obscene. What will they do in a year when the spinners have everything at Rolex 7? There's other things they can do, game modes, and there's other things that they can do. I mean, Jesus, yeah. And then after 3 months, they do reset, and so it's like you have to just be jumping hoops on this stuff. It's eventually going to get out of control. Bubus, what's going on? Says, hello there, Ranger and Skewers. No porn for me, thanks. Well, that's right. Don't worry, we're scalding them between Finn and the other guy. We're taking care of it. Finn could have a side business. He could have a side hustle. I don't think it is. I think this is another person that's just, you know, part of Finn's crew, but I don't think Finn's directly associated with that. Mainly because I think Karma she would beat him to death. Wolfman says, I'm going to just take Datacrons 3 and just enjoy farming teams down. Yeah, there you go. That's like I do, man. You can't do anything with them. Don't even stress about them. I mean, you're not going to... At the lower levels, you'll maybe see one once in a while that may be out of control, but I doubt it. It's mainly... Kyber is going to get out of control. Yeah, they will. But, I mean, at that point, you got to keep the game progressing. So, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. Skywalker Vader says, happy Canadian, everyone. Canadian Day there, eh? How are you and all the other Vulcans doing up there in Canada? Happy Canadian Day there, Skywalker Vader. Glad to have you here. Hope you're not too high on your maple syrup there, eh? Do you honestly think they'll ever put a new game on a SWGOH now? Yeah, I think they will. I think so. I don't know if Relic 10 will come out this year. We're still struggling with Relic 9, man. Relic 9's just, I mean, they can. It's not out of the realm of possibility. There's Nathaniel Morgan, but I don't think it is, but it wouldn't shock me if it was. Tomo says it's all the silly stuff with the Datacrons, Acumens, 1, 2, 3, and all the other crap. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Maybe 7A mods could be a thing, Nathaniel Morgan. Unlikely, but I agree with you. That could be a possibility. Buzz says, my old account is about to hit 10 million. No idea how the Datacrons look. They're there. I agree with that, Wolfman. If they do drop Relic 10, they better drop Gear Crunch Help. Yes. Oh, 7E. You're right. 7E. We used to 7A, and I didn't catch up on that. Good correction there, Nathaniel Morgan. I mean, that's a possibility, but I think they need to get away for a moment. They need to address some of this quality of life stuff, gear, and other things. They need to do some game modes outside of what they've done. So, yeah, that's the thing. They can't put Gear 10 in or Relic 10 in without addressing that, because people are going to lose their shit. Kai says, I thought that the Datacron offense for buffs and 35% max health damage for stuns and staggers would be pretty nuts on Bad Batch, and I was correct. Just saw a video of Bad Batch beating GMK. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest, Kaya. Everything you know, Kaya, forget it. It's a new dawn. Andrew Zona says, can you ban your thing for even thinking 7A into existence? No, because he corrected himself and said 7E. And I can't do that. He owned his mistake and corrected it. So, no, I can't ban him for that. Skywalker Vader's Finn spamming porn on the side now. Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was getting the porn bot, and Finn just jumped in and started talking about the best thing for Tinder was Finn. He started doing all the little emojis, so I had to put him on a timeout there, eh? See if he comes back and spams it even harder. I hope he got a sandwich and rethought his life. Super Maze Witness says, really 10 will take fully crafted cars to salvage. God, let's not say that. Oh, God. The gear that's going to be needed for that is just going to be ridiculous. Tumble Dry just says shudder. But look, if it's outside your realm, just play the game, have fun, guys. I mean, Datacrons are here, and we just deal with them. We'll do the best we can. It's completely flipped GAC on its head. And, you know, they ain't going away anytime soon, so we're just going to have to figure it out. And it sucks, but it is what it is. Kai says, some are saying in my guild, yeah, but when these Datacrons go away, we will have to go back to basics. But I don't think there will be basic counters ever again. No, I don't think so. Not for some teams. Some counters may come back in and out, but you're going to have to track that. But even then, like some of the Datacrons, they may not have the Relic 9 on the GL, for instance, like Ray. You can still put a light side Datacron on her and make her a pain in the ass. And that's, you know, that's still a problem. A fully crafted furnace piece for Relic 10 mats, that's pretty much what you need now, Andrew Zani, you know, for Relic 9, so I don't know. Yeah, there's always going to be, yeah, Kai, there's always going to be some kind of Datacron nonsense on something that's going to just drive you absolutely bonkers. Not just the furnace, but the entire piece. I mean, you need 260. I mean, that's what, 5 pieces, 5 furnaces, plus 10, so same to me, all the same. Sea Ranger, I went from Kyber 4 to almost dropping out of Kyber. Bobby, just hang in there, buddy. Just do the best you can, man. Neo Vem says, there's no such thing as new game mode in SWGOH, only different versions of older modes. Conquest is just a harder version of Galactic War. GSG is just a simple player version of TW. That's true. I'd like to see them bring something new in, but yeah. Well, for now, Bobby, we'll get you stabilized, man. Trust me, and we'll get you squared away. Oh, no, I know what you meant, Neo Venom. I know you misspelled game, but that's all right. I had you, buddy. I had you back there, Betty. I mean, yeah. I like to see just anything. Give us anything at this point. Please, God. Please. Wolfman, to be frank, without GSC, this game would have been in trouble a long time ago. Yeah, and they're starting to dick around with that, and it's pissing people off. I mean, from the GSC report, it was half Datacrons affected, half didn't in the Kyber League for all the content creators. Rhodium, not so much, the lower tiers. But yeah, challenge tank rate for Relic 10, Relic 8 minimum. That could be a thing. And I don't know if they go that high yet, but probably maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll push the boundaries a little bit on that. But yeah, give us old stuff to sim. Yeah, I would love to see more simming on the older stuff. I mean, if you want to play it, you can still play it. That's what people forget. Just because it's simmable doesn't mean you can't just, if you want to play it, you can go play it. It just means it's sim for those that don't want to. Then Morgan says CG can't introduce something fundamentally new without significant resource investment, which they will not do in a game with the declining revenue. Well, it's temporarily declining in Nathaniel Morgan, but I mean, they've had 2019, they had declining revenue and then it shot back up. It's about what they're releasing, right? You know, we can all agree that like last year was a pretty damn solid year for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and all the way up into the Star Killer event, they released a lot of stuff that, you know, especially Star Killer. I mean, there was a lot of good characters and releases last year. This year's been rough, man. I mean, the only positive so far for me this year is pleasantly surprised by Second Sister ship, the prototype. If you can get it out of Conquest, it's been pleasantly surprising to how good that's made the Empire fleet, which I really enjoy. Malgus is a big one for me, but then the Inquisitors and, you know, Swordy's here, she's good, but and Radis is here, but nothing. You know, I mean, last year we had so many incredible releases that it was just like, wow. I mean, there's some really badass releases last year, but this year's just been kind of a dud. You know, Inquisitors just missed the mark. They really did in Grand Inquisitor event, and just the Grand Inquisitor himself just meh. They're just not having the same impact. Kaya, has anyone else had the problem where data crowns keep rolling dark side to level 3? I'm trying to get the light side. I have made 7 roll dark side, and I'm like, ugh. No, I think you're just getting bad RNG there, Kaya. But we're gonna be rolling one tonight. If I see that, maybe I'll jump on the bandwagon with you and be like, this is a problem. I hadn't noticed it, but I don't know, maybe somebody else in chat has. Super Mace Window, if they release more popular and wanted stuff, their revenue would skyrocket. Yeah, I think the Malgus is a good release. I mean, that's a great character. Got people that I know that didn't even want to do Conquest, wanted to do Conquest, because you just look at his kit, you know he's going to be fantastic, and he's just a fan favorite. He really is. So they need to do more stuff like that. Wolfman says, I don't mind the Radis as a character, but Second Sister and Malgus are the 2 big ones, which can only get if they can do hard conquest. Yeah, and that's the thing about him. You know, I mean, yeah. Bobby says, next big SWGOH update, Death Star raid, minimum, Toon Gear, Relic 15. I don't think we're going to write to Relic 15, but it would be nice to get a trench run. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, just some stuff, just think outside the box. You know, we don't want, and I don't want a rehash of something that we've already had. I mean, nobody wants it. I mean, we don't want a different version of TW. We don't want a different version of TB. We don't. We're burnt out on that. Give us something new, something different. I always said, do like the City of Heroes Villains thing, where the guild goes in every day and you have a specific team and you go do battles and you can get gear and stuff for your guild and contribute to that. I mean, that would be a fun thing, an event that they could do where the guild works together on a daily challenge, 24 hours, where anybody can do it at any time. And I'm not talking like doing the challenges and you get like points for canteen that you can use for get store and buy whatever you want. I'm talking like you can do it where these high-end pieces, like, you know, make it worth the guild's effort, where you like, all right, we have to use Jedi Luke on this node, and if we do, we get like 25 Karatex, you know, something along those lines. And make them cinematic, you know, make them fights like, you know, just think outside the box. I'm just throwing that out there. It may not be the best idea, but I'm trying to think of stuff. Wolfman, what last year was Iden, Kyla, Mara, who are all the gear 3-star? Yeah, those are all really good releases. Nathaniel Marcus says, Lord of the Rings is CG's project where they take risks and innovate. SWGOH is turning into cash cow, skeleton crew only. That's why we have Dacrons. Well, you can't say that because you don't know that. Nobody knows that, Nathaniel Morgan. You can infer, you can imply, but nobody knows for sure what that is, because CG ain't telling us unless you have an insider in the you know, so it may have seemed that way, but I don't know. I don't think that that's the case. I just think they went with certain things and it just ain't hitting. So yeah. Bobby Samuel says, think about the Clone Wars series. I like to fight Admiral Trench and Death Star. Yeah, that'd be fun. Wolfman, Okay, agreeing with Nathaniel Morgan. Andrew Zani says, hot take, Conquest is a horrible way for them to add new characters in the game. Locks people out too much. You could go start farming Lord Vader immediately, but with Conquest, you're just boned. I kind of agree. The blockade of Trench was legit. Oh, yeah, I agree. There's a lot of epic scenes and stuff in Star Wars that they can go with. Kaya says, I wonder how crazy Malgus will be with Hellsteel. I think is one of the craziest mechanics I've seen from Datacrons. The Hellsteel is nuts. It's not good. Kaya, it's not good. I have one that's 568%. We just saw someone said they have 600%. So, yeah, not good. Not good. CG said the purpose of Datacrons was to have something constantly changed so they don't have to keep making new stuff. I mean, I don't know about making new stuff. I don't know if that's what I read into that. I do. They wanted to change the meta. Maybe they thought it'd be a fresh way to keep the meta, a way to make the game fresh in that way. But it's, Wolfman, I would love some more Clone Wars content in the game. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. You have a lot of Clone Wars stuff, but I mean, there's so much more that they can do with the Clone Wars. There's a lot of stuff they can do with all kinds of timelines. And just until I hit 6-7 million, I have no reason to care about the newest releases. That's really bad for revenue. Yeah, but I mean, But I mean, the thing is, you want to make people excited to try to get to that level so they can work on the things that gets them excited, right? Gating it and then making it just, the way they got it right now, it ain't working. Bobby saying Malgus with Hellsteel would bring balance to the Force. Well, it just might. Darth Raki. Well, there's a name I haven't heard since before you were born. Says hello there. Neo Venom Ranger. Good idea or not? CG should let us buy gas and Alex shards from the store even before we complete the events. That way, when we do beat their events, we can have the sim store ready to go. I like that idea actually. I actually like that idea a lot. Yeah, Solo, I agree with you. If you want to change the meta, don't give GMK a Datacron. Yeah, not a big fan of that. Yeah. I just don't know how someone at CG, I just don't, I got to understand this. Like, you're looking at, GSC and you're like, who needs some help? That GMK. He's struggling a little bit. Really? Who else could use some help? I don't know. What do you think, bud? Well, I think Ray on defense is struggling a little bit. Really? Yeah, we should give them both Datacrons. Oh my god. They're so ridiculous. Proof's in the pudding, man. Between this last TW round and this last GAC round, my Ray has done work, baby. I mean, she is just ridiculous. Tumlo for me, Relic 8 is a tall order. New game mode. Crankors give me the Relic mats, but I have 470 arrow magnifiers in the bank. We would be happy to donate them to Takuma who can afford the gear. Sure, that would be nice. Brill Council, hey, what's going on from the GAC lab? Says the biggest issue with Relic capping is that it kneecaps ambitious mid-game accounts that are trying to punch up. People who have like 3 or 4 years in the game can't use crons in enough squads. I agree. Datacrons, forget about that, about the Relic 3, the Relic 5, and the Relic 7 levels that you have to have for Datacrons. So, very good point, Brill. We brought that up. There's a lot of things about Datacrons we talked about on this stream. And that's one of them. That's one of the problems. Overkilla 187. What's going on, Holmes? Says, happy Friday, Ranger Skiers. Happy Friday to you. Andrew Zoni says, them buffing GMK proves they don't know how to balance a game. I don't get that one. I don't see how you look at those two characters and go, yeah, they could use some buffing. What? What? Wolfman says, I'd almost prefer a new type of relic that uses different stuff, but for factions only, it wouldn't help GLs. No, see, the thing about the Datacrons, if they lower the stats and not make them so ridiculous and they get GLs out of there, I think Datacrons would be fine. I don't have a problem with them. I mean, but I don't even know why we have Datacrons, because we've been getting all these Omicrons. Now, Omicrons have made an impact where it's changed the dynamic enough that makes it GAC interesting. And had to change some of our teams and tactics. That was all they really needed to do was Omicrons. Just keep the Omicrons coming for GAC and TW if they wanted. But, if you're going to have an impact, Omicrons are already having the impact. I don't know why you wanted to add Omicrons on top of Datacrons on top of that. I think Omicrons are a fantastic idea. I love Omicrons. I think they're a brilliant move by CG. Again, when CG gets stuff right, I give them props. I think Omicrons are incredible. And I think they've really made a lot of teams that we normally would use better and more fun. And I mean, like the Wampa Omicron is beautiful. I love using that thing. It's great. But they went a step beyond the Omicrons, and I think they lost their minds on this stuff. So yeah, don't let GLs use Datacrons. I agree. Yeah, Omicrons are they're seriously really good. It's just a matter of we don't have enough materials to use them, and you have to be kind of specific with them and think about what team you're going to use or what you have developed. But that's okay. That's totally fine. But damn, we really need we need more materials, and we also need more materials to be dropped, and we also need they just need to stick with Omicrons, man. I mean, that's all there is to it. I mean, I can't put it in any. It's just succinctly. Cowboy One says, "Hello there, hello there. Glad to have you here, Cowboy One. Hope you're doing well." Telma says, "Ewoks and Akbar Omnis are great for lower GHP players. They're great. All the Omnis are great. Even the ones in TW, I just don't do a lot of. Now, I am going to be starting doing some ones in TW. The ones for Juhani and Margit, I've decided to do. So, I've got my 6 saved up for Malgus, but as soon as I'm getting ready, I'm going to pop the one on Juhani, then I'm going to pop the one on Mary J, because they're really good. I mean, there's some TW ones that are really good. I like Phasmas a lot, but not as compared to the other two. But there's some really good TW ones, and the GAC ones are just incredibly good. There's different tiers of how good they are, but they're really, really fantastic. Yeah, Iden is really good, even at low levels. King says, Wolfman, I agree. Yeah, I'm targeting the Juhani one next. I need 11 more, but we'll get that here soon. And, you know, and once we do, then, yeah. So we'll have another 2 coming up. If I get any more in Cantina, then, you know, just gets us closer. But it is going on Juhani. I'm definitely taking her to Relic, putting her on the Star Schmiller team, and putting her in TW. So, good luck. Good luck. But so it's something we're working on. And I'm, you know, Great Inquisitor's not on the priority list. I think Juhani and Omega are going to get geared first after Malgus, and then I'm going to do the Omicron on Juhani, and then I'll take Great Inquisitor up. At this point, I just don't really want to dick around with it. And Great Inquisitor just doesn't do it for me. He's okay. He's a solid character. But for the gearing and everything that you have to go through in that event, he's a disappointment. He is. I just feel mad about him. Wolfman says, speaking of Star Schmiller, I'll be facing one of them for the first time this round. Well, you better go in correct, buddy. Nah, I could use Fulcrum Brill, but I don't want to gear her. I'm not a big fan of Fulcrum. I mean, I think she's really good on the Star Schmiller team, but I really like the Mary J. Juhani combination. Oh, I know she does. I've used her. You know who hits really hard, harder than Fulcrum? Stick Ray. I used that for a while, and Stick Ray would just pummel the snot out of folks. Good God in heaven. Oh, Stick Ray was gross in the Starkiller team. But, you know, you can't beat the lineup. It's proven. Starkiller with Palpatine Mara. Visas is so good in that team. And then, you know, the tank. Old Ben works really well. GK, Mace, they all work really well. Chris Benson's question, what is the best team in modding for Starkiller? Well, I just told you the best team. And the modding for Starkiller is, especially on that team, is Starkiller's offense, baby. He's all about the offense. Offensive mods, you can go health, whatever you want to put on him, but you want him as close to as much damage as possible, and he hits like a train, especially in GAC. He's constantly getting called to assist, and he'll just nuke people. I mean, his damage is extraordinary at that level. So yeah, so in the lineup is Palpatine Lee with Mary Jade, Starkiller, Visas, and then, you know, and there's different combinations, but this is the standard team: Visas and then a tank, Old Ben, GK, Mace, something along those lines. It's light side. But I've seen different combinations. Fried Visas, I use Stick Ray, and, you know, there's a lot of different ways, but that's the main one. I've seen Bears in that team. There's different ways you can go about it. Real Count says, yeah, Stick Ray modded well, hits so hard. I hate it when people say that character sucks when they have them modded for poorly. Yeah, I know, but use a circular on offense where it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fine. Starkiller is fantastic on offense and defense. There's no wrong answer there, bro. I mean, they're both either way you want to go. It's a fantastic way to go. Tumble says offense rather than crit damage. Yes, offense. His basics. He hits like a Mack truck, dude. You guys, I mean, he's ridiculous. Bobby says, I'm actually really happy with the way Omicrons roll out. I'm okay with being tight on them. Really customize your roster. No, I agree. Omicrons are fantastic. Everything they're doing with Omicrons is brilliant. They should just left it at that. If you want to improve and change the dynamics of GAC and stuff like that, just stick with the Omicrons. Datacrons is not the way to go, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, he is a lot of fun, Brill. He says, I just want to take Starkiller for a drive a few times, and he's just a lot of fun. He is ridiculous. Starkiller is a blast to play on offense, and he's a blast to have on defense, because it really makes your opponent go, God damn it, I have to use something on here. And even the Grievous counter that you can use, and I do use a Grievous counter when I see Starkiller down, but I mean, it's not a guarantee, and it's going to lose banners, and if it goes wrong, it goes horribly wrong. You get butchered by Starkiller, and then you got, with that team has turn meter, it's a nasty cleanup. It's a nice team for defense, and on offense, Christ, you take out GLs for Christ's sakes. I mean, get out of here. It's too good. Mine's always been on D. I don't even know how to use that team. Well, Tumble, you've been watching the stream long enough. You see me talk about these teams, man. What do you mean? I've given you all the knowledge you need on the Starkiller team. I just talked about the team you want to use that's ideal and how you need to mod them. I just showed you. So fix that shit. Get your Star Schmiller up and running. It works. Is Shock better than GMY on a GML squad? Yes. I typically do not use, unless I'm using like a GMK counter. GML, I usually go with, I'll keep Yoda. Greatest Yoda, I'll keep on the Janet Revan team. Usually with what I'm using for GML, it depends on what I'm facing. It mixes and matches. But a typical GML team, I'll have like Cam and Shock T on there and stuff like that. I mean, so sometimes I'll put that on there, but it depends. If I'm using it against a GMK, I want Yoda in there. That's a different lineup. That's going to have Yoda and Shock T and Hermit Yoda and Jolie and Janet Revan. So I mean, I'm already taking two teams apart, but then I'll save Cam for like a Basilisk team for something. It just depends, Angelzani. It really does. But typically, I like to run that with Cam, Shaq T, Jenna, Master Luke is more than enough typically. I'll usually save Revan in case like there's an SLK on defense, because I'll do the Jenna Knight Luke counter. And then... it just depends. It depends on what they put down. I usually have them for offense and I'll mix and match depending on what I'm facing, and what I've got available. So it just depends. But typically, if I'm not facing a GMK, I'm going to take Yoda off Jedi Master Luke and I'm going to throw him on like a Revan team, because it's a really nice team to have. Because you can go Jedi Luke, Hermit Yoda against stuff, and then you can have a normal Jedi Revan team with Yoda, and then you can have Jedi Master Luke with Bears, Shaq T, Cam. Hell, throw Ezra in there. There's plenty of call and assists. Cam's going to do the work. Shaq T can cleanse. I mean, it's a nice team. Boss Livewire, what's going on, my officer of MC3 and fellow guildies? Says good afternoon, Ranger. We got some MC3 folks hanging out today. We got Ghost and Boss and all kinds of folks. Apologies. I noticed that Finn hasn't said anything since I banned him. I thought I put him just in a timeout. Let me go check that. No, I just put him in timeout. I guess he's been taught a valuable lesson. Don't spam Tinder when I'm getting bot spammed. Oh, top of the hour. Let's get our energies. What do I have left to do? I haven't done the fleet challenge for today. It's just cash, but we need it. Where am I in arena? 18. We'll do the obligatory go in, go out arena fight here. Yeah. Go in there so I can retreat and just do my obligatory 1 squad fight a day. Can't be bothered. I'd rather stab myself in the toe than do this fight. Well, it's a 5-minute timeout, Ed. He could be talking again. I only put him in a temporary timeout. But he did spam Tinder, so he gets what he deserves. He has done this himself. All right, we gotta do the fleet challenge, then fleet arena. All right. Fleet challenge. Okay. How much cash are we gonna get? Give us some cash. 345. Well, we'll take the cash. And then I'll check the stores real quick. All right, let's see. Shard. We'll take that. Well, we can use some more of those. One purchase. Everything else is okie dokie. Oh, I could use those because I need that for Mega. Grand Arena. I just want those. Yep, I want the capacitors. Guild events. I only need Cheta comlinks. Those are not the right Cheta comlinks. I need the MK4. Bastards! I really needed those. Alright, Fleet Arena. No mods. Check mod depression here. Wow, 3 gold mods. No speed on it. Oh, God. That's rough to watch. That one doesn't have any. A defensive mod with offensive primary in the triangle. What? Right. No. Oh boy. Nothing there. Yep, we want those. And I think we're okay. Wait a minute, which one? Yeah, we can do that. Got some raids coming up, so we'll be fine. 450 carbontes for Darth Malgus. I need it. Alright, weekly shipments. Don't need anything there. And then let's get our salvage stuff. Do this real quick. Oh, Andrew Zani's jumping in on the porn stuff. Well, sorry, Andrew Zani. Enjoy your band for 5 minutes. I want you to go home and rethink your life. Can't be doing Twi'lek porn in the RSG channel. Sorry, Andrew Zani. You're on a 5-minute timeout, buddy. I'm programmed to scoff when I see it. You should have known better. You've been hanging out with Finn too much, and I want you to go think about that. Putting Twi'lek porn thingies to chat. Well, hopefully Andrew Zani goes makes a sandwich and he can come back a better and changed man from this experience. It's about making Andrew Zani grow, make him a better person. All right, I do need to practice my counters here. Can we attack CDX? I think we can. Let me go check this real quick. Let me go look here real quick. I can attack him. Okay, good. Let's practice our first order counter. Got to practice that. So clear this. I don't even know why I cleared it because it's going to just throw a bunch of ships in there. No, clear that. So we'll go first order here. Supermax Windows says, God, imagine if the bots could change their names and pretend to be people in the stream. I still would ban them. You can't spam. I'm joking with Finn and Andrew Zani, but we've had people do that in the past. And I've banned over one of their accounts. I don't mind. Just a simple click of the button. Special forces you. Then we need pita bread. Pita bread, and then we might as well throw the houndstooth in there. It's not going to hurt anything. Scooby Doo, where are you? Says Togruta greater than Twi'lek. We all have our our own taste. I'm not going to argue with that. I'm not going to argue with that at all. Tumblo says Skynet. Well, hopefully Skynet's not here right now. All right, let's walk through this fight theory. Just a good little fight here. Let's see here. We want to hunt the houndstooth. Yes, I'm doing it right now. And then we do basic on the Waza quest. And then they're going to do an AoE. They're going to hit our tank. Hopefully he lives. Now, we want to do this on itself. Then we want to do big hits on you. Okay, that's fine. Should be ahead of the curve here. Yep. Alright. Now we want to control Houndstooth. There we go. Now we want to go after Cad Bane. Big hit first. Thank God he didn't dodge that last time. Okay, do this again. Basic. Now we got Cad Bane out. Now, if it was just GAC, this would be a great fight because I already got Cad Bane out. This is already an easy cleanup. Now we're going to bring in Special Forces and we're going to target Houndstooth. And we're going to go for either the ability block or stun or both. So we're going to call oh, we got both. That's beautiful. Okay. Let's get that crap off of you. We're going to go big hit now on you. And then call an assist. Get Boba Fett out of there. There you go. Alright, now we got to concentrate on the Houndstooth again. So let's just do that. They're going to heal. That's annoying as F. Let's do that. Can we get a stun? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's all right. We can handle this, right? We can handle this. Let's do this. All right. We'll do that. Okay. He's gonna get his turn. That's fine, because we're gonna kill him now. He's gonna stun somebody. All right. Let's do this. Okay. Big hit. Boom. Gotcha. You thought you were gonna do some work there, Houndstooth. You didn't. Oh, you didn't give my. Oh, come on. That's just mean. All right. Do that. Basic should take him out. Oh, it didn't. Just a double tappy tap. Now we just got Waza quest. We're gonna hunt your ass because it's gonna do more damage. All right, and then you're gonna do your AOE. That's fine. Still got our tank up and running. We'll do this. Big hit. Just to get the big hit again. Boom. And that's how you do it, kids. That's called winning. Oh, man. The other one I want to start practicing, but I don't usually see them until higher up. It is the 3. I want to practice my rebels against the other fleet. I need to practice that, so I have options. But typically I'm going to use First Order against Executor. Call it a day. Wolfman was, well, I know if he sets it on defense day, I'll be pulling this string back up. Hey, do it, man. It's pretty simple. You're mainly focusing on the other ships as they come in, and then, take out Cad Bane, take out Boba Fett. At that point, you want to go after Houndstooth. Yeah, Enchilada's the key there, Ed, because he can take a beating and keep on eating. The other thing, too, though, is you have to, for your fleet, if you're going to face Relic 9 Piets, you need to have your Hux at Relic 6. Relic 5, you may not get the first turn, so you need Hux at Relic 6. That's it. I mean, I haven't done anything else on any of the characters. It's still the level that they've always been, and you can use that counter. So... yeah, it works very effectively. I need to practice the Rebel one against the other lineup, though, which I will here in a little while. I won't see it till, like, it's only the top 5 that use it. So, but typically in GC, I'm going to use a burner team and then just go in there with, like, Rebels, take that out, so this is an easy 2-shot. I don't think 4-star Enchilada is going to work because it's going to take the initial damage, but he is going to die. It might work. You may want to test it out in Fleet Arena or something first, Wolfman, just to see how it plays. Yeah, Relic 7. I don't have Relic 7 on my officer. He's Relic 5, and he seems to be working fine. The thing, too, for him, though, is 60 mods make a big difference. I have 60 mods on officer and all my main fleet there. But it's a pretty simple, straightforward. It got smoked, says Ray Rock. Yeah, you need a higher Ash. He's got to be able to take that initial hit, and if he can, most times mine survives, but sometimes they get crazy damage, and then, but even then, I still beat it because at that point, he's taking the initial hit. I'm still going to go in with the same order that I did it, and I'm still going to attack them the same way. So, but you just ignore Razor Crest, mainly go after the reinforcements, and then burn Houndstooth down, and then you saw it's a pretty straightforward fight. If you can take out, with that counter, if you can take out Cad Bane, it makes the other counter much, much easier. Having Cad Bane out of there, and if you get another ship, that's even better, because when you go for your cleanup, you're not going to be doing some of the nonsense. So, yeah. Especially for 2-shot. But those are all Relic 9s fleets that I'm facing, so I get a good practice. I'm in an old crusty shard, so, you know, I get to practice, and I do it every day. I'll climb with that fleet. I need to get reacclimated to the Rebel counter. But typically I'm just going to use a burner team just in GSC to play it safe. You can do it, but I just like to play it safe and just burn the shit out of Houndstooth. Let him play games. Concentrate all 4 firepower on the Houndstooth. Let's see if I missed anything. No Cheddar comics in there. Oh well. All right, we'll go for about another 15-20 minutes here, guys. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can pop those into the chat. I'm here for your viewing pleasure. I'm just going to, and then tonight I'll be back on Twitch at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. We'll be up there. Gonna grab some weenies, eat some hot dogs, some chili dogs, drink some bourbon. So yeah. All right, Bobby. Have a great rest of your day, my friend. All right. So if you have any questions and stuff, feel free on this Canadian Day. I'm just looking at my email real quick. And there's nothing there. Meh. All right. Check something real quick. I want to get Thrawn up and running too, and then I'm going to do Executrix, get him up and running with his 60 mods. So I need to slice this. So I just need more of those. Do I? Some more of those. Do I? All right. I guess I can use some crystals here. Yeah, we'll do that. See if we can get what we need. We did not. That's horrible. That is absolutely brutal. All right, but now we got it. That's horrible. All right, so we can slice this one up good. All right, now Thrawn just needs to be, just give him some more speed on him. So we can get this one to hit and this one to hit some more. This one can hit. So we have 3 mods. We can get some additional speed on Thrawn. But my main, now I need to just focus on 60 on Red Moff Tarkin, just because for Executrix. Andrew's on a question. How did Luke get around Endor after his speeder crashed? He Ewoked. Andrew Zani. I'm going to let that pass. Thomas. What's going on, Thomas? Welcome. This is my question. Can I get through Conquest hard without GLs, and if so, how? No. It's possible, though. The teams that it's going to be really difficult. If you could pull it off, Thomas, how would you do this? I know CLS and Gas can do it, a lot of battles, but after they get below 4 battles each day, you're going to be, I'm talking Sector 3 and higher, it's going to be difficult because a lot of the other teams that you'll have that are not. Darth Revan can do a couple fights. Janet Revan can do a couple fights if you have those teams. Gas and CLS, if they're relics, all the way up through Sector 5 can beat anything, pretty much. Especially if they have 70% stamina or higher. Especially CLS team, because Han always shoots first. If you're trying to get through Sector 5, yeah. But you're not going to get the higher crates because you're just not going to have the teams really you're going to need for some of the stuff. Some of it you can do, like the big feats, like the general feats, you'll get some stuff too. But I mean, it's going to be really difficult. But certain teams like Ban, Han, and Chewie, or CLS, Gas, the Revens can do some good work. But you're going to miss out on a lot of feats because they're very specific to. You can get through Sector 5. Possibly, but some of the feats you're not going to be able to do. One, you're not going to have the teams, or two, you're not going to have the level of characters you need. And those boss fights at the top level, yeah, they're a little gross. Not so much for 4 and 3, but 5. I think 3 is the Revan, so that can be a little grossy. Yeah, but even if you don't, yeah, this is a great point by Brill. Even if you don't get to the max crate or beat it, the rewards you're going to get from those crates are going to be way better than anything you'll get from normal. I don't know if you get arrow magnifiers. I can't look in Conquest. I don't know what the crates have on there for arrow magnifiers. Anybody help me out on that? I don't have the reward stuff in front of me. Can help our boy Thomas out here. Yeah, Kai's right. If you got good discs, you can make a lot of progress through there. So just be reasonable about that. Crate 5 is pretty solid. They're in box 5, so yeah, you get some there. So if they're saying box 5, then, and if you're at box 5, crate 5, then yeah, that's really nice for not having GLs. I take that. Get all those rewards from it. I mean, it'll help you out tremendously. So winning. All right. Anything else I can do right now? Not really. Not much less from the game going on. So. But I mean, Conquest is one of those things you get what you can get. But if you can get your ass into hard mode, the first or second box I think of Conquest hard is better than the final box in normal. So you're already ahead of the curve there. Well, JMK is actually not a bad GL choice if once you get him, because he's going to really make Conquest and other things. JMK, it can beat anything in Conquest. I mean, that team, you put that shit on auto, especially with Cat. I don't think that's necessarily a bad choice. I would say after that, fall back a little bit if you're doing JMK Thomas and go for C or First Order, get SLKR. Take a step back and get those 2 GLs next. I mean, C will get you into Executor and vice versa. It also gets your bounty hunters and your Imperial troopers started, and then First Order is self-explanatory. And you just saw what I did with the First Order fleet against Executor. So SLKR is a really good choice too. If you already committed to JMK, finish what you started. But then after that, then you can go for those teams. You can always go back in if you went for something really hard, Thomas, and that'll pay off in the long run because JMK is incredible. But then you can go back and get some of the easier GLs and some of these easier farms and stuff, because there's, relegates and stuff that you're having to deal with. Yeah, some people do spend Conquest at certain points on gear. I don't. Gear I get out of Shard Store and get 2 in 1. So I use my Conquest stuff just on characters and stuff. If I need gear, I'll get it, but typically I don't. Royal versus question. Star Killer's almost done. Rey or Lord Vader? BB Bad Batch already farmed, but not geared. I'd say Rey, man. I mean, it's an easier farm. Resistance, it's Rey. There's no wrong answer here, but the Lord Vader farm, the relics that you need for Lord Vader are outrageous. And if you haven't even geared all the way up for Bad Batch, that's just going to be a nightmare in itself with the card text. The easier path is Rey, but yeah, I would say Rey. Yes, SLKR. I mean, Kenobi's a raid beast too. So is SLKR. So they're both. C or SLKR. They're both good choices. Kai says, I do say if you're going for GMK as your first GL, you have to have a plan to get the relegate mats, be it Crystals, Concourse, or see if you can get the guild doing Challenge Rancor. Yeah. You could join a Rancor guild, absolutely. Angel Sign, you're going to be mad at me, Ranger. My farming plan had to change. Why would I be mad? You do what you need to do, brother. It's your game. I don't get to be mad. I just give suggestions. I don't live and die by them. And I ain't going to be upset if you change your mind on something. It's your game. If you want to go all of a sudden and say, I really want the Padme team, well, go get the Padme team. I'm not upset with that. Does not bother me in the slightest. I just gave you the best route that I think will be the most effective for your account, but that doesn't mean that's what necessarily what you want to do. So when I give suggestions, you know, it's just suggestions. I'm just advising you. You still, you know, you go for what you want to go for because you like the characters and you want to play with them more and stuff. I have no problem with that. I need to do gas clones for my new guild I'm joining. Well, then go do gas clones. God, why would I be upset about that? Oh no, you have to get gas in the 501st. Oh no, your account's going to suffer, Andrew Zani. Yeah, as long as it's not Ewoks to relegate, it's fine. Yeah, somewhere JT just sneezed. Yeah, you can save for arrows. Celsius says any gear, any advice what to get up next? Well, we can take a look there, Celsius. Let's look, y'all. Take a look over here. I think I've looked at your stuff before. 8.3. You've got the GLs. I mean, you probably want, for gear-wise, your GLs. Just take a look at something real quick. Okay. Ideally, you want your GLs all at Relic 8. JML would be the only one I would say Relic 9. Probably your secondary teams here are crew. So you can start maybe working on your crew members that you're short on for any of your teams. Like Geonosian Spy, Soldier, to help it get your Malevolent stuff if you want to take them to Relic. That's never a bad call, and it makes the Geos a stronger team for you. I'm just throwing out suggestions. Bunnies are good. I'm pretty sure most of these are going to be good, but I'm just looking. Pale Troopers, and they're fine. I mean, you can work on Iden, getting her up and running, but you pretty much got the rest of the team, so it's fine. You can start getting you can do Rebel Fighters, Kara, Scout, Biston, Pow, sorry, Kara, Pow, Scout. Get your Rebel Fighter team up and running. That's always a good shout. I mean, just looking at that, and also the Scoundrel team if you really wanted to. So, I mean, looking at this LC, I mean, those are some of the ideas you can do. You can do crew, round out some of the other team, get your Geos relics so you can get your fleet a little bit better. That also gets the team better and your crew ships and the team better. You can go Rebel Fighters. There are some ships associated with that, I think. Not really, but it's still a really good, powerful team to use. Finishing up Iden is always good with gear, and then relegating 8 your GLs. Just give them better stats, just make them beefier, and then Relic 9 on JML doesn't hurt at all. So if I was saying gear wise, those would be the ones I would concentrate on working on, and who you would who you want to gear. That's what I would say. Then you kind of do both at the same time, because you can work on your relic levels farm at the same time you're working on other characters to get 2 relics. Well, not really. Get your characters relic, I would say, first. If you're going to do something like Rebel Fighters or Geos, get them relic to at least to relic 0, or get them to relic 3, and then save your big stuff for getting characters to relic 8 and 9. You're welcome, Celsi. Yeah, you do got to get those cam shards, so working on the gas file first makes total sense. But like for me, like when you get to you're in the 8 million range and you start working on stuff, like, okay, what can I make that'll make my stuff better, right? Crew members or something I'm going to look religiously at. but I got a couple I want to get done first. So if we're going to do Juhani, we're going to take her up to Relic and then put the Ami on her, and then that'll round up the Star Killer team. And then the next Omicron will go on Unmarried Jade, just for TW purposes. And then what else are we going to do? Get Omega up and running. Just get her Relic. So let's just make our Bad Batch a little bit better. Again, I'm doing fine tuning there. Then maybe we'll look at the Grand Inquisitor, but probably just work on crew members. I mean, Grand Inquisitor, I guess we'll get him up, but ugh. Wolfman, any advice on what to go for next? Or is this a mini Ross review day? I'm not even getting tacos out of the deal. You guys are lucky. I'm a gentle and kind soul. I'm going to look at your stuff because I can't help it. I can't resist helping people. What to go for next? Well, you've got no GL. Hopefully you're working on the GL. 2.4 million. I mean, you got Genite Revan. You can go for the Revans next if you wanted to. If you want to round out those teams. You have Empire. Hopefully you're going for C here. It looks like you're going for C. I hope that's the deal. Looks like that's what you're doing here. If I'm taking a gander at it. Yeah, so if you're going for C, yes. Then if you're going to do C, then you're going to go right into Executor. Which means you need to work on your bounty hunters and then also work on your bounty hunter ships. If you're going to go for the meta, then go for the meta hard. So C into the Executor makes total sense when bounty hunters and Imperial Troopers. Then after that, I mean, typically I tell people to go for SLKR. Again, it's a really good GL. He's going to help you in the raids. His fleet's phenomenal. You've seen once you get up and running how good it is. He's a fantastic character. So with C and SLK as your first two GLs, then after that, you make a decision. After that, you can take a break and either go for like gas or finish up your Revans and then go into your next GL, which will be either Luke or JMK. So those are kind of the path I would tell you to go for. But that's what I would say here, Wolf. Or, I mean, C, Executor, Bounty Hunters, Imperial Troopers, working on those at the same time. And then you're going to go First Order, get your SLKR. So you have the First Order up and running. You have your SLKR. You can get that fleet up and running. That's going to give you two incredible fleets. It's going to give you two GLs. It's going to give you a bunch of teams associated with it, with the Imperial Troopers and Bounty Hunters. Then you can start going live side and going JMK, JML, Gas, 501st. Unless you want to do the Revans, that's always in play too. But those are kind of the routes I see on this account where you're at currently. Hopefully that answers your question. Yeah, we got two Jedi Guardian shards there, eh? All right, last call. I'm going to get ready to go do my workout. What is all this? So, that's not... well, you get the Aero Magna Droid Brains. Okay. You get Droid Brains. You get some of those. And Pulse Detectors. I mean, sure. $14.99 though. Is that really worth all this? Yeah. You do get 10 care pets. That's not actually that bad for $14.99. It's not too shabby. It's not a ton, but these other pieces here, it's not for $14.99. It's not that bad. Yeah, it does actually DFE add up pretty well. That's not a bad pack. I was looking at it like initially, I was like, I get 5 of those. And then I started looking at those other pieces like, well, wait a minute. Hold the phones. I need to look at what I'm going to need for manga. I just realized this. I need to go look at something. All right, so for Relic 9, I need what? So we do need those. So might as well just spend some crystals on these. Yeah. Which we can do. Well, okay, so we'll get these this
Governor.
week. Oh, hello, Governor. Oh, it's a Nev there. It's right there. It's a Nev. What's going on, buddy?
It's the Nev. Yeah.
The
Hey,
Nev. Buddy. What are you doing, bud?
Completely forgot to put that on mute.
I didn't hear anything.
So, the weekly shipments rolled over. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! I was able to get cheap Datacron shit. And do you know what it did? It did bugger all.
Well, you have to, yeah.
I was able to take 2 more of my level 1s to level 3, and that was it.
Well, Nev, don't worry. You can live vicariously through me because I'm going to take one today up to get the Ayla one. So.
Ooh, are you? Oh, yeah, you said yesterday
Yeah,
that you
we're
were
going to do
going
that
to roll
tonight.
the Ayla one.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice one. Well, you see, the thing is, I only have, even on my main account, I only actually have 8 squads that are all, where every member is all above Relic 3, because I've been going back and doing some of those while I'm farming for C, tickets for C. Because I figured, why not? You know, because I had like 2 or 3 squads where there was like 4 relics on, but missing 1. So like my Padme was missing Ahsoka.
Sure.
And my Separatist was missing Nuke. So I've gone back and done those. So now I've got datacrons that I can actually use, you know?
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Rolled a sweet one this morning, actually, mate. I did roll a one with 90. It's got like 90 odd health steal on it.
Oh yeah.
Which is great. It's a dark side one, so every time I put more than 4 debuffs on an enemy, it's that one where you then get a 10% chance to reduce the cooldown. So that is going to be sweet as F on my Darth Revan. Because Basti's just going to lay down the pain and reduce the cooldowns.
Yes, Tumblr, all those will expire in 3 months. So what? Beginning of September 5th. Yeah, makes sense.
So how much in resources do you need to actually blow on this datacron now? Then this Isla one.
Not much because I've got a lot of them already. It'll be nitpicky things that I just have to go purchase out of the store. I've got like 3 million credits, so I'll have to get some credits, but you can get a ton for like 400 crystals or whatever.
Yeah, but don't you have to keep re-rolling at level 9 until it hits the character you want?
But it was pretty common.
Resources?
Yeah, I've got those resources, so that's not going to be a problem. Okay. So, and I can get those out of the store, so that's not going to be a problem. It's just a matter of just doing it, and we'll do it tonight. That's going to be the first thing I do tonight before we do GSC is roll that up. Well, I'll wait for Clayton and Thane to join me, and then we'll roll it up, and then. I won't be able to use it for this JC, but I'll be able to use it for. I think I might be able to use it for this. No, not on defense. But yeah, next week I should be able to use it. So, but don't worry, Nav. I got another tough fight. I got another 10 million plus account I got to face tonight. So hopefully the game doesn't crash when I do JC. That would be the suck.
Yeah, I've got a peach. To be perfectly honest with you, I've got an absolute peach in round 2. They've got 2 GLs. They do have they've got 3 GLs, but their C they've only just got, so it's gear 11.
Oh, there you go.
So I imagine he'll probably throw that on defense somewhere, so that's going to be an easy kill. It does have a JMK cat, but now that I've got Star Killer on defense, I don't have to worry about putting my GL on defense. I can just take my JML and take that. So they've got JML and JMK.
There you
go. And like I said, the reason why it's a peach because my opponent doesn't have the Executor. So I'm playing round 2 strategically. I'm putting absolute trash on defense with my Executor on D. I will, hope my opponent doesn't get past it, and then they can put whatever the hell they want on defense. I'm getting the full clear.
Yeah, makes sense.
So, which would be nice, You can't grumble if you're winning rounds 1 and rounds 2. And that's definitely not something to grumble over.
No, I don't grumble about GC anymore. It is what it is, man. I mean, there's weeks that I kick ass, and then there's weeks that I get my ass kicked. It's just the nature of the beast, man. There's nothing I can do about it. Because I've done 0-3 a couple times, but I was just outclassed. Like, I can't put it any other way. I don't even say outclassed. I'm just out leveled. I just can't compete with some of these teams that are all like Relic 7 and 9 and, just as good as mod as mine, but, way more GP, and they can just bulldoze through. I mean, my defense did well. I just didn't do very well in offense. Made some boo-boos, and then that crash killed me. So it would have been a much closer fight if I hadn't done that. So, yeah. Tumblr says, I faced an opponent with 6 GLs versus my 4 last round. They hit my Qui-Gon and left it at that. They also had Rayon D in the back. Well, I mean, yeah, you're going to get people like, there's a lot of people that they just don't give a shit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
We were seeing that a lot more with we saw that a lot with the Division 1 players. Remember when we were doing the thing last?
Yeah.
How many people in for reports that we did get? So many people were saying that, you know, their opponent were attacking, and then that was it. They were just quitting after the one attack just to get their rewards.
Yeah.
And these are Division 1, so it's not just, you know, the lower down divisions and the lower down leagues that are going to be frustrated by this. Clearly, there are some, you know, top end players that are looking at this, and, you know, they've just lost the enthusiasm for GAC.
Yeah.
And they're thinking to themselves, you know what, I can't be bothered to do this round. I'll go in, I'll do my attack, and then I'll pull out.
Yeah, and then
as
long as it's in Kyber 1, they don't really care. You know, because it doesn't. Yeah. Whether you're the top of Kyber, it's insignificant, the difference between being in the top 1,000 and being the top 2,000. It's just a little bit more reward. So I mean, at that point, you might as well just be like, fuck, screw it.
I can definitely see a lot more. I can definitely see a lot more people. As opposed to, you know, trying their best in a month and going for, you know, a glorious 9-0. It's not going to, which isn't going to happen.
No.
You know, 99 times out of 100. I can see a lot more people thinking to themselves, well, you know, as long as I can get 5 wins, I don't care about the other 4.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
People that genuinely try will now be thinking, yeah, sod it. Oh, I've got, you know, I've got 5 wins. We've had I don't care about the rest. I'll go in, do 1 match and leave it. Yeah. You know, it's not about being the best anymore. It's about doing what is necessary to hold your Kyber division status.
Yeah.
You know, which for someone like me has been my game plan the whole time, but not for people in Division 1. You know, you want to strive to be in that top 1% or that 0.1%, you know, and people that are in that demographic are going to be thinking to themselves, you know what, what's the point in trying? They're going to bring in Datacrons. What's next? You know, ultimate cons, you know, super duper duper ultimate con. You know, people are looking at GAC thinking they're just going to keep adding this crap and making us pay for it. So sod it. I'll do the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's true.
What? So the one thing that you didn't say when you were talking about this Ayala Datacron is, what's it actually do?
It just basically stuns the shit out of the team. They can't do anything. You can take out JMK teams and before they even get the ultimate, because she's always getting called an assist and she's always doing her thing. So and you put it with JML, so you're constantly calling her to do stuff, and then you're just stunning the entire team. Because it's the stun.
Oh, right. So you're getting her to put on the JML team until you actually get the JML Datacron, which will come in set 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just use that, but you don't even need the JML Datacron for this to work. It's nasty. I'll send you a link to it. Who sent this?
No. My. It's just that my thought. You know, my thought is obviously you're getting the Isla one to go with JML. So when set 2 comes out and you get the JML Datacron, what team would you then move Ayala to?
Nowhere. Keep it there, man. She's doing good work there. Then this is what Scribbles and Clayton tested with it, and it's pretty gross.
Right, okay.
Princess Scribbles. So there you go. All right, I was planning on ending the stream, but then Nev showed up, so we'll go another 20 minutes or so. You guys can get some Nev action. And if you haven't checked out the GAC Center report from last night, you should. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It was good. And then I'll be back tonight, of course. Nev, if you want to come hang out, you're always welcome. Oh, you got the Escape podcast show today.
I got the Escape podcast tonight. Yeah, so I'm gonna be going full bore, you know, full bore Nev raging on Datacrons.
Yeah. How's Paul feeling about Datacrons?
I don't know, because he's been poorly this week.
Yeah.
And I kind of left him alone for the last couple of days because obviously he's, you know, got over the recovery. But you know what it's like when you work from home and you're sick for a couple of days. The couple of days after you recovered is kind of like catch up. It's, you know, it's work catch up. So I kind of left him alone until today. I'll probably speak to him at about 4 when we record the introduction. I will be curious. I know he doesn't like them, but because he's a collector and he has a lot of high relic characters, I'm curious to see what his thoughts are. But one of the things that he does with his account that not a lot of other people do is he does that nice collecting. So, like, for example, perfect example would be his bounty hunters. A lot of his bounty hunters are just relic 0 or relic 1 because he just likes to have them there, relics, but not spend a buttload of resources taking them all up to 7.
Right.
So, he could that something like that could piss him off because he'd be like, why does this Datacron not work on this all relic team? Oh, you want me to spend money to take them from relic 1 to relic 3 just so that this, yeah. So I can imagine Paul being a little bit miffed because I do know a lot of his a lot of his relic squads are all under relic 3. So I'll be curious to know what he's done with that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I just the only reason Datacrons work for my account is just because I'm in the position that I automatically get. I'll have to take Ayla to relic 7, but that's nothing. I've got the materials to do that, to take the full advantage of it. But we'll do it. I'm going to test Datacron stuff. I mean, me and Clayton, are determined to show how just ridiculous these things are. And I've already started doing that with my JML team. He's doing that with his Ayla team. And Kaya's in the chat talking about how she put the stun one for her bad batch and took out JMK. I mean, that's just stuff that cannot be happening. It cannot be a thing. And
well, here's the thing. It is. It's too late. It's a thing. Look at your Datacrons. What are your 2 maxed Datacrons?
Ray and Kenobi.
Exactly.
And the one I have the other one's for Lord Vader. So, and that one's a stupid one to have.
So you've maxed. Have you been able to find the Lord Vader one yet, or not?
It's just a dark side Datacron.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I've got one with Hellsteel and all that crap on it.
The 2 GLs that you could get maxed Datacrons, that's what you've done.
Yeah.
So and this is what everybody is going to do. So everybody is everybody that is going to stay competitive is going to look at the set and go, right, okay, so it's these GLs for this set. I'm just going to level 9 those ones first so I can dump those Datacons on that GL, and then the next set, like for example, you're working on the ILO one now. No. Which is fine. You're just working on the next one because you've done the 2 important ones. The 2 important ones for you were Ray and JMK.
Yeah.
So now you're working on the other ones, and then as soon as set 2 comes out, you're going to be like, right,
JML.
Okay, let's work on the JML, and then you'll work on whatever the other GL in that set is, and then if you've got what you've got left will be what you work on the other ones. But I just think all that's going to happen each month is people are just going to work on whatever the GL is. I don't see why you wouldn't. Then why would you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, I mean, it's just they're outrageous. I mean, they really are outrageous. I mean, we talked about Arnold's video yesterday. He had no. I mean, that Ray one just nuked him completely. He knew it, and as soon as couldn't clear it, couldn't get the clear with gas. I mean, it was nasty. 3-team clear on a Ray team. And the feedback I've got from the people that have gone after my Ray is like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's completely ridiculous. So I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So, I mean, like with me, I'm nowhere near because I'm free to play, and I only have 1 GL. Yeah, sure, I'll have C in a week, but I don't have the plethora of GLs that you have or that people at the top have. So I don't have 4 or 5 or 6 GLs. I've got 1, and I'm free to play. So all I'm doing is thinking to myself, right, I'll just take I will count my number of fully relic squads out, which is 7. I will take 7 to relic 3 so that I can get like the whole faction thing.
Yeah.
So I can get something out of it. So I've got 4 light side and 3 dark side. So right now I have 4 light side and 3 dark side relic level 3s. Will I use them on defense? Probably not in round 2 because I don't care if my person takes out my ground. All I know is that my ships are going to hold. So I've got 7 that I'm going to take on offense because I'm putting trash on defense. I need to take all of my datacons on offense to help with, as efficient and clear as possible. Because the last thing I want is, to run out of squad, clear those top 2 territories, and then run out of characters, making it impossible for me to clear that back. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You've got your game plan. You're like, right, let's take out the top. Right, let's take out the bottom. And then you've got like 3 teams on the back, and one of them's just, like something, an FU team. It's like, what FU team could I leave on the back to totally screw over my opponent? So I've just got to beware of that. So that's why I'm thinking if I keep my newly minted dark side datacon, which is going to reduce my cooldowns if I land debuffs, I'm going to be looking at that thinking, right, that's either going on Vader Watt or it's going on Dark Revan. Because I'd like to be able to do that. I could probably get away with it on Palp, Mara, and Starkiller because they do lay down a lot of debuffs, like a hell of a lot of debuffs. But then obviously that would only work for the 3 dark side. It wouldn't work for the 2 light side on it, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The life we lead.
Yes. Don't get this enthusiasm in my tone for Datacrons as I like Datacrons. It's enthusiasm purely because, of RNG, and the fact that it's that 1 week, it's that time of the week where weekly shipments, ergo the Datacron shipments, reloads. So, you can use some of your currency, some of that free currency that you've got that's built up, whether it's shards or whether it's your ally points, it doesn't really matter, For a free-to-play player, it's Christmas, it's shopping time.
Yeah. What a gift.
Yeah. How did you do on the farming in Conquest? How many times were you freshing that node that was at the end of each sector? I'm curious.
A lot, actually, because it just made sense. But the drop rates are so RNG and
I saw, I did. I only got to sector 4 this time, but I did still do the end of 1, 2, and 3. I didn't refresh it. I just did it the once because I was curious to see what the drop rate for gear was on them. And I was looking at it thinking, screw this. Why the hell would I use 20 energy on that node when the drop rate is so pathetic?
Yeah, I mean, that was the number 4 was, the number 1 was important because that's the only place you can get those outside of the store, those initial pieces you need. And then Sector 4 drops some really good stuff. But I only used it as a tool for completing the big feats like the 46th Empire fight and stuff like that. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have bothered because
I was hearing
trying to be efficient.
I was hearing a lot of people saying that they were spending like between 10 and 20 bucks in crystal stashes so that they could do crystal refreshes. So they would do a crystal refresh specifically to farm that node. So a crystal refresh would put 120 energy on, and that means that they can do that node again 6 times, and then they would get the drops from those 6 times. Then they do another 50 crystal refresh and so on and so. So I heard a lot of people were doing that. They were spending more money on crystals to do refreshes specifically for that node, as opposed to specifically to do some more feats or to progress further along. Because in my mind, I always thought to myself, well, why don't you just complete it first? Like most, because a lot of people, the general strategy is always, I've seen it as people will get through all 5 sectors first, then go back and do the feats they need for the crate. And then my assumption was people would do that, then finish the feats together. And then once they had the red crate, then they would go to town on refreshes on the ends of those nodes. That's what I thought. But people were doing it as they were progressing. And I'm like, isn't that a bit, don't you run the risk of, not getting to the end and not getting your red crate just for some salvage? But clearly that wasn't the case.
I've always done Conquest that way. It's like get through Sector 5, then go back and clean everything up. And I try to knock out feats along the way, but sometimes it's feasible, sometimes it's not. This one is not as feasible for some of those. But yeah, I mean, and I had to basically do like 4 battles a day. I knew I had to do with Sith Empire because it's you have to get 100 kills and do 40 battles, and it's just like. But the cool thing is, I've got Malgus locked up. I've got Red Crate back to back. This next one I can go on Chill Street, do whatever I want because I'm going to unlock him no matter what. So I'll get the $9.99 pack, and I can just chill. I'll just chill and get what I can, and I'm not going to be overly worried about it, unless it's for the new Datacron set, which I don't think it will be. I don't think we'll get the new Datacrons. Well, no, they're going to start. This next conquest might have the new sets in there for the new materials, which would make sense. And this next TW will too. So
when is the next?
I don't know.
That's something they're gonna have to start putting that on the calendar.
Yeah, they really do, because I don't know.
They are gonna have to start putting it on the calendar. Just it doesn't matter where they put it on the calendar, but they are gonna have to say, next set released.
Yeah, like something like
because,
the character of the month is this. The next set of Datacrons for the new set will drop on this date. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, because then once that set drops, it's new materials. So anything that you get, anything that you've got, you need to use before. Obviously, apart from the currency is generic throughout all the sets. We know that, but the upgrade materials are then going to be useless because it's the next set.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it's an issue for you because you've already done the 2 GLs, and most other people will have done their 2 GLs, won't they?
Yeah.
But you still want to know. You still want to have, like for example, you've got a bunch of 0 Datacrons. You still might want to you still might want to use your last few bits of materials.
You're going to lose them anyway.
Activate all those Datacrons. Because the last thing you want to do is lose what you'll get from those set 1 Datacrons, because that will convert into the materials you need when set 4 comes out.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so should I? Because you could be looking at your Datacrons thinking, right, okay, so tomorrow I can't get materials for this set 1 anymore. So so should I activate the 7 unactivated Datacrons, and then I'll get a little bit from each of those 7 in 3 months' time when set 4 comes out that I can then immediately put into set 4? Or do I just not do anything and not get it? It's way too confusing. It's confusing me just trying to explain it now.
Yeah, I just try not to think about it. I'll probably use up most of my materials on this Relic 9 Ayla, and I won't have to worry about that because I'll have 3 level 9s. Everything left over, I'll take 1 or 2, maybe to like 3 or 2 or 1, whatever I have left over. It'd be silly not to, and then start working on the next one, which will be JML. Well, whoopity-doo. Yay!
Yeah. I will work on. I will go for the JML because I have JML.
Makes sense.
It makes sense to to take that one to R9 and then just leave all of the others at R3. But everything will be getting put into that. I just hope that. How many times did you have to roll at level 9 in order to get the GL character?
Well, the Ray one I got on the first. One.
So when you activated level 9, Ray was there immediately.
Yes. No, we had to re-roll her once, but that was fine. But I got the one I wanted. And then JMK.
What about JMK?
We haven't done him yet, but I'm not really interested in doing JMK because even though it's not the one I want, it's still JMK. I don't really need it. It'd be nice, but I can get away with not having it for the JMK one.
Oh, right. Okay, so you've got a level 9 on JMK, but the character...
The one that I want is
just
it's JMK, but it's just the one where he starts off with a buttload of health and protection and he takes less damage. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. Right, okay. That's fine. I'll take that. Okay. But Ayla is going to be one that, if it lands on her, I just want the stun one or whatever one it is, and then take it from there. There's going to be specific things.
So you'll re-roll the Ayla one until it gets the buff that's specifically good for her. Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
I've got the material, so we'll do that for her because I'm really not going to use them for anything else. Get the certain stats, get the certain things. So yeah.
I did notice that in Conquest, the rewards at the end, there seemed to be a lot of rolling materials,
Yeah,
not
I got
initial
quite a lot.
activation. Not there was more rolling materials given as rewards than there was activation materials.
Well,
Which I
because
thought
people
was a
are
bit-
not going to re-roll as much as they are going to need that other stuff to try to take them up, right? So that's where they're
Yeah,
going to make
exactly.
their bucks on this stuff. So yeah,
It's like you cheeky bastards. It's like, I'd like to activate it. Stop giving me material to roll it. I'm never going to get to that level just unless you give me the materials to, actually activate it.
yeah. The only way you're
Yeah.
going to get the materials is if you spend, which I will, crystals and stuff to do it. But shard shop currency, which I can get away with because I'm okay on currency and gear and stuff, and so I can get away with doing it. So if I can be an example of how ridiculous datacrons are, I'm like, hey, I've got them all. I'm using them. They're ridiculous. This is a bad idea. No, that's the only way I can do it is through showing it on screen so people can go back. But look at this. I mean, how do that can't happen. And I know it is happening, but I'm saying this can't be a thing that they can move forward with. I just think the GLs need to go, and I think they need to toe down the stats and stuff and some of this stuff. It's just absolutely. And we were just talking about this. I don't understand why datacrons are a thing at all. I mean, I just don't see the point. And the more to think about it, because we all agree Omicrons are fantastic. And they really help change the dynamic in GAC with some of these Omicrons, right? I don't know why we had to have datacrons in Omicrons. Yeah.
Omicrons, people are like, they're rare, they're scarce. You could only get them one way, and that's from farming the cantina, unless obviously you've got unless you flip open the wallet and there's something in the store that you can buy. But most people have to get them from just farming those cantina nodes. That the drop rate is low, so there's like genuine excitement when you get 20 nom noms, and it's like, right, where's this datacron going? Where's this Omicron going? And there was because they made it fun. I mean, they put the one on the Wampa. I mean, it's like it's fantastic because it's like, all right, let's put an Omicron on a character that we know everybody's got. Everyone's got this character. Let's just do it. And people are like, yeah, I'll take that. I will definitely, so I mean, anybody that had 20 spare instantly put it on them, and thought, this is great. I've got a counter, a one-man counter for, Iden or GG or Mon Mothma or, whatever you fancy.
Yeah.
And it's about, taking the Omicron's Qui-Gon Jinn. It was all about taking those lesser used characters and saying, hey, look, here's something that you can put on them. Now, it's not going to be a GL killer, and it's not going to be a meta destroyer, but it's going to help you out. Here's something to help you out, as opposed to datacrons, which is here's something that you can buy that lets you totally destroy your opponent, no matter how good or bad they are. Here you go. Here's a datacron. Put it on this character. Put it on defense. They'll never get past you. And that's not what Omicrons was about. Omicrons was about giving people a chance with, lesser used characters, here, there, and everywhere. And did we see Omicrons on GLs? No, we bloody didn't, did we?
No.
And they said, these aren't for GLs. We don't want to make the GLs overpowering. It's, that would bring it in balance. It's like, but now you've done datacrons and it has created. So, because I love the Omicron. So as soon as I started going for Star Killer, I'm like, that saving up 16 noms for Star Killer was an absolute. Oh God, it was a killer.
But you didn't mind it because you're like, this is going on an incredible character.
I didn't mind it exactly because I'm looking at that thinking, this is and the thing that set it in stone for me was when I faced it. When I faced that Palp Mara Star Killer in 3v3 and nothing I had could get past it. I'm looking at this thinking, whoa, I'm 3 characters away from this. Bollocks to see I'm going for my Star Killer. And that was it. I just dropped everything and went, right, okay, Talon, Relic 5. Kyle Katarn, Relic 5. Dash Rendar, Relic 5. Give me my Star Killer. Yeah. And that was it. I didn't have him ready for 3v3. 3v3 was over when I had him ready, but you know, the next 3v3, I'm going to be dumping that bad boy down with, you know, I'm going to be putting that on defense with a Datacron, and I just think that it's going to trip up my opponent. It's definitely going to. I mean, they're going to have to use a GL to get it.
I always say GMK
3v3
for Star Killer. I don't play around with Star Killer because I know how good that is.
I mean, because you know how. Yeah, I mean, the thing 3v3 is going to be a shit show anyway with Datacrons.
Oh my god! Imagine
we will have set 2 in it by then. So your Ray and your JMK and your Isla in 3v3 are if you put them on defense, I don't think it really matters what you put them with. They're not going to be beatable. They are not going to be beatable in 3v3. 3v3 with Datacons is going to be an absolute shit show.
And that's not something we want to be saying. That's the thing is, like, I just think CG just went a step too far, right? They saw Omicrons, like, well, this is really cool. Let's do Datacrons, right? And they saw, well, I don't know, whatever they saw as a possibility, but it was a total fundamental misunderstanding of what we need or want or for balance in this game. And that was, Datacrons are not it, folks. They're not it. I mean, you know, someone asked me the other day, it's like, well, do you like Datacrons? You're really spending a lot on. I'm like, no, I'm doing it just for the lulz, man. I'm doing it for science. I'm doing this not because I'm enjoying them or I like them. I'm doing it because I need to see how this stuff works so I can inform the community and let people know that this shit's ridiculous.
You're beta testing them, but with your account. I'm beta testing them. I've got 3 accounts. So my Erodium account I'm not doing any Datacrons on. My Division 4 Kyber account, which is my main, I'm just kind of going through the motions and doing them when and if the materials become available from a free-to-play point of view. And on my on my main ult, which is 7.8, I'm going as hard on Datacons as I can on them. You know, spending, putting crystal resources into. Like my main account, I would never use crystals to buy the resources. It's shards and it's shard shop currency and ally points only. That's it. I'm not going beyond that, but I will, pump a boatload of crystals and stuff into it on the main because I want to test all 3. Yeah. I want to see what GAC is like without them, doing the bare minimum, and then actually, farming for the materials. And that's what I'm thinking. But when that 3v3 comes, when that 3v3 comes around, I just think it's going to be such a nightmare, such a shit show that it worries me. I mean, people the people's thoughts and feelings for 3v3 were already negative before the version 3 reboot. And I think that people's opinions and impressions of 3v3, if they didn't like it, they still don't like it after the last 3v3 that we've had. And you add Datacons to that, it's like CG are never going to win that section of the community back that mega loathe and despise 3v3. They're just never going to win them back when they keep piling all of this crap on. I mean, they could come out and say, hey, okay, we accept that there's a large chunk of the community that doesn't like Datacons. So what we're going to do before the next set comes out is we're going to remove GLs. Okay, we're going to remove GLs and we're going to unblock the Datacon. So if you have a squad that has 1 or 2 or 3 characters that are not Relic 3, but the rest are Relic 3, we'll let you apply that Datacron, but the stats will only boost Relic 3 or above. So if you've got that bounty hunter squad that is, 3 bounty hunters that are above Relic 3, but then you've got your Mando and your Grief and they're only gear 12, you can apply the Datacron, but it's only going to work for the Relict ones, you'll still have to, at some point down the line, that would work. But I still don't think that it would endear people to Datacrons. I genuinely don't. Even though those would be 2 things that would ingratiate CG to the small section of the community that are like, well, I'm going to do Datacrons, but I'm not happy about the GL thing. And I'm not happy that I have to. You are forcing me to, complete squads that have gear 11 or gear 12 characters on. And you're saying, if you want to use that Datacron, you have to take them to gear, because I've been doing that. I'm not liking that I'm doing that. It's bugging the crap out of me, but I know that if I don't do it, I'm spending resources on datacrons that are completely and utterly useless.
Pretty much.
Because what I mean, what are you going to do? Take your 3 bounty hunters and then take your Moff Tarkin and your you take your Moff Tarkin and your Krennic, which are relic because you've gone for C, and put them with the bounty hunters, and then just hope that the team doesn't suck and that you get something out of the data. I can't see people doing that. People are going to leave it as a bounty hunter team and just not apply, that datacron that they've spent resources on.
Yeah.
I mean, this first week of GAC, the number of people that have said that said they completely forgot they had datacrons. Yeah. So they've put like maybe 2 on defense, and they've got like 6 or 7 others, but they spaced out and thought they'll just they just did their attack as normal. And I was doing it. I was like, oh crap, I could have, that's a fully relic squad. I probably could have applied a datacron to that and that and that. Yeah. And not that they do much. I mean, the only benefit I saw from using a datacron on offense was a level 3 that I put on my CLS to take out a gas team, which every time I got like stuns and stuns and another debuff on them, it would get like 10% health. Yeah, so I got 10% health and protection. So all that datacon did for CLS against gas was allow me to get 65.
But that's still
whereas
really good,
normally
though.
You wouldn't.
Yeah, you get like a 60, 61 on that team because you're going to lose protection.
60, 61. Because when it's just your 5 CLS team against that 1 gas, he counters. So, unless you stun him in that final flurry to take him out, he's going to counter at least 2 or 3 people and steal like 2, 3, 4, 5 banners, So yeah, I was like, whoa, CLS against gas 65, what the hell? That's it's an expensive datacron just for 3 banners,
All right. We're going to start wrapping up. So we'll go for about another 5-10 minutes here. So if you have any questions for me or the Nev or any comments or anything like that, feel free to put those in the chat. Gappy says exactly. Nev is right. I'm just getting datacrons for my GLs to whack it on them. It's just making the GLs more powerful. And then Wolfman says F3v3 with the datacrons, you can shove it off a cliff.
Oh yeah. I think the amount of people that are just going to join for 3v3, right, and then just do a fight and that's it, and do a fight and that's it, and just kind of like screw it off. I think so many people are going to do that with 3v3.
Yeah.
I really. If they come up against an opponent and they look at the defense and it's like, oh god, yeah, okay, I'll do this because it's only going to take me 30 minutes, then they'll do it. But if they're looking at an FU defense in 3v3 with datacrons all over the place, they're going to be like, yeah, bollocks to this. 1 fight, I'll get my rewards, and that'll be it. Because that's the way I feel. And I used to love 3v3. CG's ruined 3v3 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but they ruined it for me. Ove.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah. Hey, Keon, he's just jumping in. Says, hey, guys, glad I could catch a stream. Yeah, we're getting closer to the end of it, but glad to have you here. And you can always go back and listen to the whole thing. It will keep you entertained, buddy, on this TGIF. And TGIF to everybody out there. But not to worry. We're going to start closing down here. But for the next 5-7 minutes, we'll shut down shop. I just have to go work out. I told Thane we would do hot dogs tonight for the stream, so I got to go get some wieners and bourbon and stuff, and get that taken care of. And then we'll be back tonight for GAC. We're going to roll the ALA Datacron best we can, see if we can get that sucker up, and then we'll do GAC tonight. Then we'll roll into Hindy. Then tomorrow we'll do Jedi Academy. But then I'm not doing any streams. I might do a GAC either Sunday night or early 4th of July morning before the festivitas kicked off. And that'll be the only thing that I'm doing because I'm not doing anything those days. It's holiday weekend and I'm going to do stuff with my family. So I may not even show GAC. Sorry, it's a holiday. But we'll see if I can get that in. And then Sunday, I'm going to try to run. Ray Rock's got to remind me tomorrow. So I can pull up Disney Plus and run the Kenobi series for everybody that has not seen it. So,
are you doing that? Are you doing a watch party? Are you?
Not a watch party. I'll just play it in there and let people, watch it that haven't seen it. I'll just run it from start to end, and then people can watch it. So, so we'll do that. We'll do that. Maybe maybe I'll do that tomorrow because tomorrow will be a better day, I think, to do it. Maybe.
I was too busy reading books during Kenobi. I found myself a couple of really good books and just got into them. So,
oh yeah, you should watch it though. It's a really good series.
I'm happy that you enjoyed it. Really, I'm over the moon. I think it's great that you got some Star Wars product that you enjoyed. I'm not consuming that product because I don't want to. I've seen some of the end of season reviews and
those people need to shut the fuck up, man. Seriously. It's so nitpicky about some of this stuff. And then there's some things I'm like, it didn't quite work for me, but we Star Wars fans, we are becoming way too nitpicky. We really, really are on this crap. I didn't like the music. The music should have been better. It's like, okay, just goddamn, man.
Oh no! It's not specific to Kenobi. It's not specific to Kenobi at all. It's more about any product between. I'm very, very wary of any product between episode 3 and episode 4. Anything that's between those two points in the Star Wars timeline, I'm very apprehensive about because I don't want something that could fundamentally change the way that episode 4 is.
It doesn't. I mean, it's like Rogue One. I think they did a great job. It doesn't fundamentally change a thing. And, fans, but it doesn't matter because the casual fans love it. So get over yourself, Star Wars fans, because the thing was a huge hit and we might even get a season 2. Now, I personally don't think we need a season 2. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought they did a really good job. There's some things I kind of like, it could have been different, but it didn't stop me from the moments in that show. Then, God, that last episode was oh my God, it was unbelievable. Some of the best Star Wars I've ever seen, and I don't say that with.
You don't use that word lightly.
No, I don't. So
well, no, and this is the beautiful thing. This is the beautiful thing about it. And I tweet this, and I say this all the time. Not all Star Wars is for every Star Wars fan, but there is something in Star Wars for every Star Wars fan.
Absolutely.
Like for me, I reread Allegiance, and then I read Choices of One. Now, most Star Wars fans haven't got a clue what those books are. They're 2 Timothy Zahn books from 2012, and they're about Mara Jade. Now, most Star Wars fans, in fact, 90% of Star Wars fans are probably like, what's that? What are those 2 books? Who's Mara Jade? I know that's Star Wars product that I can consume and really enjoy, but somebody else would be like, I don't really know that. I don't really know about that character. I've got nothing invested in that, so I'm not going to consume that product.
For me,
I don't go. Here's the thing: I don't go off on people that refuse to read the books or the comics.
Yeah, that's a problem.
For some reason, that a couple of people I've said, I'm not going to watch Kenobi. People then, well, you should go, and I'm like, whoa. I just don't want to watch it, and then I express my reasons for it.
No, you don't want to watch it.
And then I kind of like go back to them. Well, why haven't you read the Thrawn trilogy? Why haven't you read the you have to. You're not a real Star Wars fan. I would never say to someone that they are not a real Star Wars fan if they don't go and read the Thrawn trilogy. The original Thrawn trilogy. Despite the fact that it's probably the best book. It is, from a novel trilogy point of view, it is probably the best written trilogy in paper, words on paper.
For me, for me, the shows are like the books in the sense that it's just material in whatever medium that's being put out there that's just expanding the universe. And for me, that's fine.
Exactly. It's just
Books,
Star Wars
shows,
product.
the animated shows. I love Bad Batch, but I mean, I like to see them expand more out of this timeline. But yeah, I thought the Kenobi show they handled it very well. And if you did enjoy it, you did enjoy it. But for some of the reasons that people are giving, like, God damn, man, really? That's your reason? Jesus. And and a lot of problem is that Star Wars fans are like, well, that's not the way I would do it. Well, you ain't the one making the damn thing, and until I see you making something, that's a horrible reason. You know, just because you have something in your head doesn't mean you can't appreciate it for what it is. But people, art is subjective. If you don't like something, I'm never going to tell you should not like it. Like Darth Vader's the six didn't really make any sense either. It made total sense to me, but that's okay. If it didn't make sense to you, I totally respect it. It made absolute sense to me.
Here's the thing. It depends on how much Star Wars product you've consumed.
That's true.
Have read practically every single extended universe book and every extended universe comic every extended universe
you and me both were in
novel.
that boat. Yeah.
Yeah. So when new stuff comes out, you and I will react differently to it than someone that's just consumed TV
some of it,
or movie, some of it.
It's like my mom. I mean, my mom, she the last Star Wars movie, she loved it. She thought it was incredible. And I was telling her about some of this stuff, like, I don't care. It was an entertaining movie. I loved it. I thought it was fun, and she had a great time with it. So did some of her friends. And, they know what Star Wars is. They've seen the other movies. She loved it and thought it was great. She had a great time with it. So, you have to kind of take that.
So did my youngest. My youngest is the same as your mum. She loved it.
Yeah.
Normies are going to love and lap up. Normies are going to love and lap up this stuff. Whereas your hardcore Star Wars fans, some of your hardcore Star Wars fans are going to be like, I'm not sure about this. This kind of changes that, because they know the ins and outs of everything. I mean, the biggest single criticism that I heard regarding Kenobi was, why not just use the source material? There are some great books. Some of them aren't even extended universal. Some of them are the scholastic. Some of the scholastic stories. Those short, thin books about. Some of that. It's if it's about satiating people's want and need to see Kenobi on screen, then they could have just taken one of those books that 99% of the Star Wars fan base knows nothing about, but are still good stories, and put that on the big screen.
You can,
right?
But
They could have.
I don't. Whatever route they want to go. But I mean, real quick question: Snakes. Any information on Ayla Level 9 Datacron stun mechanic worth it? Yes, it is. I'm going to be rolling one tonight. There's Snakes. So wait for me to roll it, and then we'll talk about it tonight. And then Scribbles actually has a video about the Ayla stun Datacron. So
go and watch that. Definitely go and watch that.
Yeah, but I had fun with Kenobi. We're not doing any spoilers until after this weekend, Darth Venom, so I can show for those that haven't seen it yet to see it. But I'll say this.
Yeah, we're not talking spoilers. We're not talking spoilers like that.
Yet.
We're just talking.
I'll do it next week. We'll start talking next week, because I would have basically showed it twice in the Discord for everybody. And so if you haven't seen it, you'll have an opportunity this week. But then after that, we're going to talk spoilers, because and I will say this, Ewan McGregor is unbelievable, man. That dude, I love Ewan McGregor. He is a phenomenal actor, and he is just, God, he is unbelievable in this show. I do agree some of the points, the writing could have been better. Yeah, there are points that some of the writing, some of the stuff could have been a little bit better, but it still did not take away from my overall really enjoyment of this series. It was, it was like that with Boba Fett. I had some problems with Boba Fett, but I really liked the first 3 episodes were, I love the first 3 episodes of Book of Boba Fett. The other ones got a little bit wonky, but there was some good stuff in there that I really enjoyed. And the stuff that was I'm kind of like, oh God, like the biker gang. I'm like, that doesn't quite work for me. But
the mods in that chase
didn't
scene.
really work for me as well. But I mean, that's a minor thing, because I still enjoyed Book of Boba. But I mean, Mando's been phenomenal. But there's been some filler in Mando. I'm like, it's okay. but the overall story of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda and everything, it's so good. I just love it. So, but you know,
I will actually say, I mean, Boba, the Book of Boba probably affected my.
did we lose Nev? Nev froze, so his dongle must not be working. Nev is froze.
A decision to not.
There he is.
There I am.
You froze. You
no,
froze.
I was. Yeah. Oh, I froze. No, I was just going to say the. Yeah, it was just saying that my internet connection was unstable.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, no, my decision to not watch Kenobi was probably partially based on how the Book of Boba ended. I'm with you. You know, for me, the first 3 episodes, even though they weren't the first 3 episodes that I wanted, because I was kind of hoping that, you know, we would see Dengar rescue Boba, and then that Boba would go back into the desert to look, you know, look for his armor, and then that's when the whole, you know, Jawa thing and the Sand People thing would start. You know, I think that would have been a nice fan thing to do. You know,
yeah, but but I loved what they did there, though, and plus what they did is they expanded out the Tuscan culture, and you know, we always thought of Tuscans as one way, but this made me completely respect. It had a very Dances with Wolves kind of vibe that first 3 episodes, and I really enjoyed the hell out of it. The other parts, I mean, the gangster stuff, I mean, it worked, but it wasn't as I didn't enjoy it as much as that Tuscan stuff. I thought that was brilliant, and I do like the dynamic relationship between Fennec and Boba Fett. So there was some good stuff in there, but the biker gang didn't work for me. It just didn't. I like the girl, and I do like that. You know, there were some good scenes with them, but the chasing didn't work for me. But you know, it had its.
It's a Fennec. Fennec.
Fennec.
I think Fennec.
Awesome.
They got perfect.
Yeah.
Fennec. They got perfect because Fennec pulled off the anti-hero caricature perfectly. I mean, look, you remember when she's chasing the guys on the rooftop, and she just kills one of them in order to make a point to the one living in front of her.
Yeah,
you just don't see Boba do that during the show, and it's like, dude, you're an anti-hero. You know, I want to see an anti-hero. You know, a badass that does what needs to be done when it needs to be done. Fennec Shan does that.
Yeah,
Boba doesn't.
And that's
you know, because first time I was watching that, and she just kills that guy, and I'm like, whoa, this just got dark. All right, you don't see him
she
die.
She does little things like, so should we kill him? She's like, no.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I could not falter her character in that show.
No, she was really
good. She was written beautifully. She was acted beautifully. She was directed beautifully. But, you know, she's not the show. It's not up to that character to save the show, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see. We've got Andor coming up, and I'm really excited for Andor. That trailer was unbelievable. And
I am. Here's the thing: I don't like bait and switches, but I'm actually looking forward to that bait and switch because it's not going to be about Andor. You watch the trailer; clearly, it's going to be about Mon Mothma, and I think she is a brilliant character.
Yes.
that would get. In that show,
well, where you see her end up in Rebels, and I'd love to see it. And then Ahsoka series is the one I'm really looking forward to because they're gonna follow up with what happened in Rebels, Nev, and I am super stoked for that shit, man. The Outer Rim the Outer Regions and the Unknown Regions are gonna be looking for Thrawn and Ezra and everything, and they've already cast. So good. I just can't wait, man.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't. There are rumors that they've cast Ezra. There was a rumor that it was going to be that there have been rumors about Thrawn, but I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for Jason Isaacs, who did the voice for the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels. His voice, his acting, if they really want to nail that, they need someone who can do Thrawn perfectly. And I really, really hope that the actor that is rumored to be doing Ezra pulls it off as well. Apparently it's the actor that did the live action version of the Jungle Book.
Oh, well then hell yeah.
So it's somebody that's like on Disney retainer basically. You know, it's like how many actors have we got? Who have we got on retainer? Oh, we've got this actor. Oh my god. he totally looks like what Edward Bridge would look like if he was in his early 20s. Let's go for that, you know?
Yeah, I'm down with it.
I don't know, late 20s or early 30s, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a couple years, so Ezra would still be quite young, and so will Thrawn. I mean, Thrawn's in his prime, so I want it, just give me, just give it, just give me all that. I'm excited for Bad Batch season 2. We live in a great time. I mean,
exactly.
How blessed are we that we are getting the chance to bitch and moan or enjoy Star Wars one way or the other, because we're getting so much Star Wars material, books, media, everything.
And that's the beauty of it. Like I said, you know, I don't, you know, it's not going to be that long. I'm not going to have to wait that much longer for more Star Wars TV product, which is why I don't get bent out of shape about not watching Kenobi.
Yeah, you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. I mean, I'm just
but, you know, as soon as
thoughts on it.
As soon as Bad Batch 2 kicks in, it's like, you know what? I think what we'll have to do is, you know, like, what's his face? You know, like Crowder does that Change My Mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I will not watch Star Wars Kenobi, change my mind. Convince me to watch it, you know, so tell me about all of the ins and outs and the character drives, the narratives, the plots, the story. Try and convince me to want to watch it, because at the moment no one's trying. I mean, people are just saying, "Oh, it's great." It's like, yeah, but what made it great? You know,
lots of Vader, lots of Kenobi. Now the other storylines, but it was part of the narrative.
Just saying lots of Vader doesn't make me want to watch it.
Oh, I think you would change your mind when you say Vader.
It doesn't make me. The fact that Vader's in there doesn't make me want to watch it.
Not that he's in there, but it's the stuff that Vader does, and I don't want to spoil anything.
No, don't. Yeah, exactly. Talk about, you know, it's
hard to describe it without doing spoilers. Yeah. So
the one thing that I was getting from, you know, because I was watching Paul and Thaddeus do their review, and I would watch other people do reviews. You might agree with me on this, is a lot of the criticism on the Reva character was, she knows so much, how could she possibly know so much, you know, looking at where she came from, where she ended up, and what happened to her. And I actually I typed this down as a comment. It's like, it sounds to me like she was mischaracterized. Wouldn't Reva have been, I'll ask you this because you've watched it, would Reva have been better if she was a Emperor's hand? Because it would, if she was an Emperor's hand rather than an Inquisitor, it would explain why she knows everything. Because the Emperor's hand, they actually
data files. Yeah, see, they actually tied that up really well. I mean, you get that in episode 5 of how she knows who he is, and the past she went through. I mean, again, you can. I liked Reva fine. There were some scenes that were just, again, no spoilers. They could have cut them down. I think they when you watch the whole thing in the totality of it, you get why she is what she is. I think one thing I would say though is that they could have taken the Reva storyline and they could have made that a whole thing, like an Inquisitor show, more than having it tied in with Kenobi. Because I mean, I found Reva interesting, but I wasn't invested in her like I was with Kenobi and what he was going through. And Ewan McGregor plays it beautifully, God. And then Hayden Christensen as Vader, oh my God. I just was blown away, man, especially in the final episode, man. And that is the best Star Wars fight I have ever seen. That was just unbelievable. That fight, man, that's top tier fights for me. I mean, I put that up there with the Ahsoka Vader fight, Duel of the Fates, Kenobi and Anakin, you know, Luke, Vader from Return of the Jedi. That's up there as well. It just had that impactful, emotional, just Jesus Christ. It was impactful. But you know, if you don't want to watch it, that's cool. Yeah, Jesus. So unbelievable. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here, guys, because I need to go work out. I had to go to the store because I got to go get the hot weenies for the stream tonight. Because Thane wants to do hot dogs and hamburgers. I ain't gonna do hamburgers, but I'll do some weenies. I'm gonna do chili dogs. We'll do some chili dogs tonight.
Chili dogs.
Yeah, I got to go to the store and get some chili, get some onions and the weenies and the buns. It definitely better shows how dark Vader, dark Vader really is. Boy, did they show that in spades. God, this is where you only ever got this in the comic books or in the books, like how just
Yeah, I mean,
evil Vader is.
Ranger is correct there. If you read the comics and the books, Vader is. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Vader.
they capture that in spades, dude.
Crimson Empire. There's this awesome scene in Crimson Empire where they're choosing, where the people that get to be the Royal Guard are fighting amongst each other, and Vader just strides out, and it's like, attack me. And these two guys, who are the best of the best of the best of the best, attack Vader, and he kills one. It's like, yeah, you survived. It's like, you just it's like he just kills him out of hand. It's like, yeah, dead. You're better than every other person here, but I'm gonna kill you because I'm Lord. It's like, what? This is a graphic novel, and you're like,
this show takes this to another level, bro. You just have to watch it. I mean, it's horrifying. They make Vader a horror kind of character, like he is, like Freddy, Jason, that kind of thing, where you're just seeing this guy do his thing. You're just like, holy God in heaven, Jesus Christ. Now you know why Lord Vader was feared, because you're seeing people react to him and what he's doing to them. You're just like, holy shit. Wow. It's like, whew. Damn, Vader. I think you need a chill pill. How about a hug? You need a hug, Vader?
Chill. Yeah. Do you need a hug? Do you need a hug, Vader? Do you need? Oh, poor Anakin.
Yeah, soak him off.
Did you get some sand in your crack? Is that why you're so angry right now?
Boy. Yeah, Ahsoka versus Maul was really good. That was so well choreographed.
It's beautiful because it's animated. You can, the person, because it's animated, you can make it look however you want. It's not constricted by the physicality of two physical actors who are dueling. They can literally, they can put the dots on those people and have them, redo this, and they can have them do the actions individually and then incorporate it in. So it's like, it'd be really cool if you could do this double backflip spin while spinning the lightsaber. Because obviously, the two actors doing it were in, they would have been in full CGI bodysuits, with all the white dots on, so that the movements could be mapped.
Yeah, they filmed them doing that, and it was really fascinating to watch because was it Ray Parks?
Oh yeah,
it was doing Mulligan and the movements and everything. It was well done. It's one of the better fights. Ahsoka Vader still fantastic. Maul Kenobi is really good. I mean, there's a lot of good moments in lightsaber fights in this. I mean, Duel of the Fates will always be something, because I remember Duel of the Fates when it first happened. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? This is unreal. A Sith in his prime and the Jedi at this time. We hadn't seen anything like that, and we didn't really get any more other than the movies, because the Kenobi Anakin fight is still one of the top fights for me. God, that was unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, it's the ultimate master versus apprentice battle.
Yeah, and then
it is the master versus apprentice. I mean, yeah, sure, the Luke Skywalker versus Vader lightsaber duels were great, but it wasn't like master versus apprentice.
It was more father-son emotional.
It was that father-son.
But there was emotion.
Thing. Yeah,
but there was emotion with because this is like a father-son brother kind of. You just felt the tragedy of Vader in those moments. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you another great lightsabers that I forgot about them is the Old Republic cinematics. The lightsaber fights in that are unbelievable too, man.
Oh yeah, no, those are very, very well done. You're talking about the cutscenes in the game.
No, I'm talking about the cinematics they did for the Old Republic, dude. Have you not seen them?
No. Well, I mean, I've seen most of them. Yeah.
But they just did another one with Malgus. I can't
say with certainty that I've seen them all.
Watch them. Just go type them up there. So there's a new one too with Malgus, and it's unbelievable, man. The cinematics for the Old Republic are some of the best lightsaber fighting that I've seen too, with the Force abilities and stuff. So, but with that, I got to get going, guys. So you can check Nev out tonight on the Escape Pod cast. See how I did? I did say that.
Please do.
Please check him out. We'll be back tonight for some GAC and happy hour with RSG, where I'll be eating hot dogs and drinking bourbon, because that's what they wanted to do. Celebration as we roll the Ayla Datacron and we do GAC. So there you go. Ray says Vader's story isn't tragedy. He's just an evil guy that never deserved a Force Ghost. We can get into that, but not right now. It's the tragedy of there's two heroes' journeys. That's the tragic hero story, and you can see that in literature all the time. And the potential that was lost and the path not taken, so kind of thing. So, but everyone have a great rest of your day. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll holler at you guys later. Peace out.